Oh god, I almost forgot putting down the overlay, but I did it now.
Very close call.
Oh damn it. I was like, did I disable it? Or didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah. I
Double
hope
check the
all
setup.
the alerts are on. So there we go. Let's check the
Yeah.
hunts and mines quickly. One, two, is that two or three on the top? Uh, one, two, looks okay-ish, I
Yeah, it
guess.
looks okay. Yeah. This mine is closer to God, players the same color. Sorry. This mine looks closer to Hatamoto than this mine is close to DD, but I don't think that's an issue. Those are the late game mines.
Yeah. And this game is probably not being played at their bases, I'd say. Uh, but who knows?
Yeah.
So, in the top, there's the color pink Hatamoto Samurai playing the Ottoman civilization. And at the right bottom side, there's DDFantasy playing with Spain. Both going for a early TP start. And that's a bit tricky. If you're playing Otto versus Spain or any other TP civilization that tends to go for a TP early, you have to kind of mind game yourself and the opponent to not go where the other one takes the TP already.
Yeah. And so it looks like both players went for like this sort of agreement where they both went for the edge TPs.
Yeah,
So that kind of worked out. Sometimes what you can do with Spain is actually go to the trade post where you know the other explorer will be, and then just uh, kill him with the explorer and the war dog. But it looks like the players did not opt to do that this time, which
oh true, yeah.
oh,
Oh, he's scouting the CDB treasure here.
yeah, that's a good one. I would start that off pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got a dog and
It's always a little bit awkward. Oh, he's going for the wolf. It always takes a lot of time to get the CDB treasure in your pocket.
true.
But if you go for it almost immediately, I feel like the odds are in your favor of the other explorer not tested. So, but that's just my take on it.
Yeah, that's so tucked away there. It's just not that possible, not that likely the other explorer will stumble upon you.
Yeah, because it's so close to your town center.
Yeah, that also. And there he goes.
Yeah, he starts it now. It looks like Samurai is going to head over in the other direction, so DDFantasy should be able to pick this up pretty uncontested.
Yeah, Mr. Kebab is going to the top side.
Mr.
Meanwhile,
Kebab.
Chinese character guy takes on the
I see,
treasure.
That's an interesting name for him, Mr. Kebab.
Yeah.
You know, I miss kebabs. I'm now in the United States, so I don't get them anymore. They were so delicious.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that sounds like a nightmare. Right, so he's getting pretty low health though, DD Fantasy's Explorer.
see, oh yeah, well,
Not doing the best job and most really dicey, oh god.
that's really close. Yeah,
I guess by now he should have his crack shot again. Almost.
he should almost tank this with the war dog maybe, and sacrifice the war dog and trade it in for the CDB. Not what you want
Nah.
to do, but maybe the best of both worlds.
Yeah, just gonna wait until his age. Alright, so we see a tower age up and gold of course for Ottoman. Which usually signals a fast fortress build.
Yeah, we've got the coin, we've got the food being gathered.
Sorry for the lag,
He's
I looked at decks.
no worries. Yeah, he's totally going to be going for the fast fortress, and he actually doesn't have Mamelukes, but he has the Manchu shipment.
Yeah, not too bad
And he
against
has one
Spain.
falcon. That's that's interesting.
Oh wow, okay.
What an interesting deck. I like that.
Oh,
And Spain, I
Spain,
think, is
yeah.
going to go for the exact same thing.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
aged with... Oh, he didn't age yet. Okay, So
He'll be able
Spain
to
getting
link
a
up.
second TP.
Yeah, second TP. I'm guessing we're going to see 5 villagers. I'm sorry, like 700 coin, 5 villagers, and 700 wood. Kind of the staple Spanish build.
Yeah, but then again, Otto's actually he started aging when fantasy hit colonial.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
Wow, I'm always amazed by how early Otto ages to Fortress.
yeah, the Ottoman is just so fast. The villagers are free; they come out, and you can just gather resources and age just ridiculously early, which is their strength and their weakness, of course.
Yeah.
So clicking up to the next stage, I feel like Ottoman's answer is going to be faster than Spain here. So Spain's gonna have a is gonna be under pressure pretty quickly early on. Maybe this outpost will go down before it gets utilized.
I'm not sure. That's pretty defensively positioned on purpose since he's expecting Otto to actually be faster. But I think Otto will focus on the trading post line rather than Spain's base.
That would be good, actually. Well, it would be good for both players, so to speak. Because
Yeah.
Spain wants a little bit of breathing room, and Ottoman they want to get their economy going with the with the second trade post. They both have their own trade line, and it looks like neither of them have started stagecoach.
Yeah, that wouldn't be smart. You have to know you're at least 3 TPs to 1 ahead
Yeah.
to make it somewhat worth it. And then again, Otto didn't have the time and resources to get the full line, and Spain didn't really have to. He didn't see how he could get the whole line.
Yep. Uh,
Spain
no
starting.
market on either side for either player. DDFantasy did not send the 5 villagers, but went for 700 wood instead. So this is going to be a low economy, high military shipment game out of both players.
Yeah, interesting. And he actually goes for the base directly, since he's probably wanting to disturb the Spanish player while he's aging. Oh, what a Rolero's shipment. 6-1.
It's actually 7.
Oh
The
yeah,
UI is not updating.
true.
Oh, there we go. One villager going into the town center, but not dying.
That's
So,
interesting though. So I guess he will age with the 4 Hussars, and with Minutemen he could clean this already.
yep. One villager does go down.
Also focusing the Abyss guns, which is what you should do with a TC.
Yep.
Oh, and that
Janissaries are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
could be dicey for Otto actually. Yeah, he tries to surround him now. See the rods?
Yeah, the rods get the snare with the hussar
Oh,
and the
but the
musketeers.
timing is off. Oh,
Yeah. DD, hold on. Yeah, DD Fantasy does not have the money to buy Minutemen, and now one of the houses do go down.
oh, that's so nice for Otto. He basically slowed down Spain before he could get running.
Yeah. So now we have just so many Janissaries on the field that Spain has to deal with. Spain's natural answer is going to be the Falconet shipment.
Yeah, but he hasn't sent a shipment yet, possibly because he was housed.
Yeah, because losing that house, like, obviously slows down Spain, as you mentioned earlier. So now DD Fantasy, his next goal is to get the Falconets on the field and push away to Janissaries. Of course, Ottoman also has that shipment
Oh,
available
5
to them.
lances first. Okay.
Oh, I actually like that.
Yeah,
It works really well against what Ottoman has, and it doesn't give any power to the Falconets.
but how is he
So
gonna kill the Falconets of Otto now?
I think it comes down to positioning. If you can get a good flank and you can just catch the Falconets when they're slightly out of position, you can clean them up with the amount of cavalry that Spain has right now.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's not a guaranteed situation. If the Ottoman player is truly on top of protecting the Falconets, Spain will end up losing too much in the process of killing them. So I would give the tempo advantage to Ottoman at this point, and Spain kind of needs to answer with Falconets. Unless he gets lucky.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have a market to trade for houses. It's...
Yeah. Oh, Rodolero's coming in as well.
Oh, that's... I don't know if that's the right decision.
I don't agree with it either. Janissaries are going to do pretty well against Rods. They're
I guess
very
he's
high
trying to...
HP.
He's trying to trap them somehow, the Falks, but...
We need to see the Minutemen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I think he does connect with one of them. Lancer's connecting as well. One Falconet is down, the other one is still firing at these infantry units.
Oof, that's... yeah. He's sacrificing so much for those Falks.
He does manage to clean up the Falconets, but now all these Janissaries are still here. And DDFantasy is almost pushing this in a way, but not quite. The Janissaries still have so much staying power in them. They have high hit points.
Yeah.
And now this is the next problem that Spain needs to deal with, but it's not going to be a solvable a solution that he can afford is going to be the Falconets. There we go. The Falconets are on the field.
Okay, that's
so
quite the last power shipment of Spain, so to speak, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have the option. Yeah, exactly. The mercenary stuff is the options for DDFantasy, but he doesn't even come close to the eco he needs.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take so much time to gather the 1,000 coin for that. I don't see him getting to it in like all these villagers over here somehow, but I think that lack of the 5 villager shipment is biting him in the butt right now, so to speak.
Yeah, but I think he's now trying to cut off the reinforcements by attacking the forward base of Otto. And the building order is quite greedy of Otto now. He shipped 1,000 wood and now a Silk Road.
Yeah. So Ottoman, I think, realizes that they're in a position of I get a little bit of flexibility in the next few minutes. Spain's army is not that powerful, so he's going to put down a few extra a few extra town centers, get his economy going. I would slap down a market and get that going as well, but I don't see that.
Otto has a market.
Oh, he does?
A forward market.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
And also a stable.
Yeah.
And meanwhile...
a lot of villagers going down on both ends. Yeah. I saw at least 2 or 3 villagers die in the Spanish city right there.
And it's not so much about the houses, of course, that's a nice bonus, but he's also idling Spain a lot.
Yeah, Spain needs to put military units on the field, but it's difficult to.
I've missed a raid, actually. I think you saw it, right?
Yeah. A few villagers, like I said, both went down on... I'll check the units last tab. Samurai lost 2 villagers, and Fantasy lost 3 villagers over the course of these last few minutes. So both players going blow for blow on that one. But still a momentum in Samurai's favor.
I don't know if it's slightly lagging the game, or if it's just me.
Samurai being from China, myself being from the United States, and the 2 of you from Europe, I think there's going to be a little bit of lag.
Yeah, I think Fantasy is from China, and Hanamoto Samurai is actually Latvian. So.
Denmark.
Denmark? No.
I believe so.
Nah, he's from Latvia, at least.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Either I don't know the flags, or I need to educate myself on basic geography. I am truly assimilating American culture at this point.
I guess. Okay, so how's it going? 1 TP down? Or actually 2.
That one was taken down earlier in the game, and this one is...
Oh, it's unfinished.
Yeah. Oh, so many Hussar on the field for Hadamoto Samurai. I think he's going to get a good flank and a good surround going.
Yeah, I think that
I
this
don't
is
see
just
space.
too much. Yeah.
Oh, some Red Aleros coming in. If these Falconets can get a few volleys off before they succumb to the Hussar, it might help out. The Red Aleros are connecting with the Hussar.
Man, that's actually quite okay for Spain, I think.
It's just barely making the best out of a dicey situation to begin with. The Falcon is still alive and it's still like getting so much
Wow.
value off. Yeah.
Somehow, Spain got a very good trade.
Yes, I completely agree.
Awesome.
Some Hussar coming in, 4 Hussar coming in from that stable. They're gonna connect with this infantry and clean up. Still some Red Aleros on the field and 1 Hussar. It's a very scrappy fight at this point. With some good micro, I feel like Spain can actually just barely not get cleaned up. Yeah, there we go. Wow.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Nor did I. Some excellent play from DDFantasy right there. Just, I think the position of his units around the Falconets allowed him to trade that well. And Rodaleros and War Dogs, very underrated units, I think. They do
Yeah.
so well in those kinds of scrappy fights. They have a low footprint, which allows them to maneuver around other units really easily. And War Dogs just do so much damage as well.
But they should be
So-
able to attack buildings. It's so weird always. They're just standing there.
Their paws don't allow them to grab the torches. Some Aegis guns coming forward, picking off some units.
Yeah, he needs to go away now.
Oh, and during all of this, it looks like DDFantasy was actually able to gather enough coin to get the
wow.
Swiss Pikeman mercenary shipment out.
Yeah, but I don't know if that will be enough, since Hadamoto Samurai seems to favor a Abyss heavy play now.
Yeah. But in the spirit of Azam, because these are pikemen, so they will do pretty well.
Yeah, these are pretty strong picky.
Picky on fire.
Yeah, I saw your clan. It's good.
Yeah. I just had to. I saw a game being streamed yesterday between A's and Haza, and it was a very good game. I'll circle back to that later, maybe, but I think at this point, DDFantasy is going to try to get the Highlander shipment out as well.
Yeah, but those are both kind of heavy infantry stuff and dying to Abyss guns.
Yeah. It comes
Oh,
down
wow.
to being able to. Oh. Oof. Yep. Rip skirms.
And also the
Picky, we're not
Explorer is awake again. He's woke.
Yeah. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, maybe those pickies can see them. I don't know.
Yeah, these pickies need to stop chasing. Well, the Hussar scaring off these villagers from these hunts. So more skirmishers being on the field now for DDFantasy. Yeah, I feel like these pickies should really take out that trade post. It's a quick and easy mission for them.
Yep.
And DDFantasy is slowly building up his coin count to go back to 1,000 here shortly.
By the way, do you have the chat in your view?
Yes, I do.
So the sound is okay.
Yeah, I've been tabbing a little bit, but it sounds like the sound is okay.
Okay, any frames lost or something?
Nope. The only thing is donation bar is covering scoreboard and mill ecograph top left.
Oopsie.
And 1 falconet. Oh, it works.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that later, I guess. Just bear with me until after this game. I will fix it. The ecograph is now in
circle
the top
back
left.
around to that. I'll whisper you after the game. But right now, 1 falconet on the field for Hadamoto Samurai. And a good raid over here.
Yep. It feels like Hadamoto Samurai is slowly getting outmaneuvered or something.
Yeah, truthfully, I think so as well. He is really ahead in score by almost 50%.
But that's
However,
just
DD
the merc
Fantasy,
shipment. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true as well. I forgot about that technicality. But he has a lot of Hussar on the field and a Falconet. You know, these mercenaries, should he get the second shipment out, could really do a number. I don't think he will, though.
Nah, that's just too much, I think. And he's popped again, so maybe he shipped one of those. DDFantasy just has a housing problem for this whole game.
Yeah, he does. A housing problem created and started by Samurai, which is really good
Yeah.
play on his end, of course.
Well, at least he now has a, well, no, he doesn't have a market inflated. Oops.
Oh, does he not have a market yet? That's kind of.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
And not
But I don't think
one.
he was ever in a position to afford one. Samurai never gave him enough room to get the market upgrades.
Yeah, but realistically, Otto still, I think, has the better composition and more stuff too.
Oh, Highlanders.
Yeah, he needs to wait for those. Oh, the lag is
Absolutely. I
crazy.
don't get a mercenary shipment in and then not use them. He's picking off. He's
Yeah.
picking off.
Oh god.
So much fun.
Yeah. Great humor. German guy and American guy.
I am having fun.
Best humor
Alright.
ever.
Going forward now.
Oh, stop the drag box! DDFantasy.
Yeah, getting stuck behind this trade post. The Highlanders are going to have a lot of value. The Picky might connect with the Hussar, but not exactly. And now I think you just melee all these units. These mercenaries are very strong.
Oh, oh god.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like it's enough for the Spanish player.
2 more Falconets coming out. At that point, the mercenaries did very well here, but I don't think they'll do well enough to quite clean this up.
Yeah,
The Hussar are
effectively,
picking off the reinforcing skirmishers.
very good play. Like that's kind of play you should do when you kind of seeing the whole picture. You know, okay, your hussars won't be as useful in the fight. Just pick off the reinforcements, and that's a GG from the
That is a
DDFantasy.
GG. That was a good one. It was a 20-minute game. I think Samurai was ahead for most of it, but some really good play out of both players nonetheless. And the mercenaries just barely losing. I think with slightly better positioning in that last fight, it might have ended in Spain's favor, but we'll never quite know on that one.
Yeah, like it's very close all the time. Like same villager count. The fights almost went exact same,
Yeah,
except for one fight of Hanamoto Samurai where he lost all units.
yeah. Isn't that nuts? Like that was a really favorable fight from
Yeah,
for Spain. It was that one fight where we both were kind of surprised at the positioning of the Falconets and how well they did. But then at some point, I think that lack of the market really bit DDFantasy in the butt, and he was unable to capitalize on his economy.
oh yeah, so I'm already in the game, in the new hosted game.
Oh, okay. Let me get out.
And
Uh,
just talking
were you
about the
able-
lag,
Okay.
I need to improve.
I'm gonna close that. Did you adjust the positioning of all the stuff?
Yeah, like the eco is now in the top left corner,
Yep.
so you can see the donation bar. What next?
It should be that should be it. Let me see.
Okay, nice.
Just make sure that the scores are updated, and that should be that.
Yeah.
I
So
have not
now we
heard any
see.
complaints. I'm sorry?
So now we're seeing the iconic matchup on New England, China against Spain.
Yep. Well, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, there have been some interesting developments of strategies and how to blindly counter even. Very interesting to see how he's going to fare against China here.
I think I think this is probably a somewhat favorite for the Chinese player, but I think that Spain still has some answers that they can bring to the table. I don't know. I feel like that's a discussion to be had in forums and
Yeah, and by
certain
better
people.
players than
Yeah,
us.
yeah, for sure. But at this level, at our level, I think that both players have options. China has to deal with the Falconet shipment. The 7 mortar shipment is out of style, so to speak. I don't see that in people's decks anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. It's like a Culverin and mortar shipment.
And especially on this map, it might be nice.
Agreed. Yeah, because then you can also deal with the whatchamacallit,
Warships.
the caravel. Yeah, exactly. Or frigates.
Yeah, he's pulling the be right back Sec Bath.
And it looks like he is back. So we
Wow,
will
that
be
was
clicking
a
into.
awkward.
Yeah, he meant it. It was a quick bath. It was a 30-second bath.
Yeah. So there we go. I think we need to look at the hunt and mine situation here. As far as I know, there is some inconsistency. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, we didn't wreck. Yes. We didn't see that.
No, not quite paying attention. But thankfully, Samurai did.
I think a few words concerning the last match. Spain didn't really have the good merc composition for that. Like all the mercs he did basically died to Jans and Falks. That's really not what you want.
Yeah, they were musketeer and heavy infantry pike units,
Yeah.
which synergize really well with, for example, lancers and or falconets. But in the case that we were in that situation in the last game, like Spain didn't really have that on the table, and the mercenaries were literally just heavy infantry on the field.
Yeah, it might work better in this case since China likes to emphasize on melee damage.
Yes, yeah, because the Chinese cavalry are pretty tough to deal with. I think. What do you think about the hunts? I see 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Mine
Yeah,
seem. I think this is a pretty good spawn.
yeah. This seems fine. Mine's 1, 2, 1.
1,
Eh,
2, 3.
yeah. I guess it's the second one there, same distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. And both going for a TP start as you would expect. Oh, was it a wood start? Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. We can look at China's crates real quick. Yeah, that was a 300 wood start for China. So chopping out for that village is Hadamo Sam and Spain again. I'm actually interested to see that Spain is putting down a TP and chopping for a house. I had this discussion with someone on the forums or online where they were saying, don't chop for the wood in age 1. You really want to age with 15 villagers as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know how much weight or truth that holds, but just something to keep in the back of our mind, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess it was either Poisson or Hazard, the Spain players.
Yeah.
They will know what they're doing. So treasure hunting begins. Spain going for a 75 food.
Yep. And interestingly enough, Spain is already on the side of the map that is. Oh wait, no, that's their side. I'm sorry. Samurai is already on the Spanish side of the map looking for treasures.
I
There
guess you
is this
could
nice
try to
wood
creep
here.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I would, because Spain is moving north right now with their explorer, so it might actually be worth just snagging this treasure real quick.
Yeah, however, it's still very close and they're high damage guardians.
Yeah. Let's see. It looks like Spain is going to find this sheep treasure, which
But
I
yeah,
actually like these treasures if I'm playing China because you can just put them on the village and get them to fatten up. What do you think of this?
uh,
This is literally ATP, isn't it?
rather
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, his deck is actually. I would expect this off Azam.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an Azank A's deck for sure. Uh,
Not
we got
actually
some
dumb.
pattern.
Nice. That's pretty okay on this map.
Well, yeah, I feel like it was a deck that was made for this map. You know, we have the ATP Asian version of it. We have these shipments.
Oh, and
LOL.
there's ATP coming in for Spain and not knowing that the TP, the second Chinese TP, would go up a few seconds later. Oh wow, that's
Yeah, that's a good one.
pretty
It looks
much.
like China also didn't start this wood treasure, but there is a villager right next to it, so he might be able to steal that
Yeah,
if Samurai is not paying close enough attention. Actually, the explorer comes in as well.
yeah, he's just gonna crack it
Oh,
now.
yeah, he crack shot and picks it up. So China actually helping out his Spanish buddy right there. A true sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I think Spain is going to get their TP up, at least the last TP up pretty quickly here.
Oh, and now he's gonna see the taken TP spot. Yeah,
And disappointment for DDFantasy on that one, sending an ATP only to have it blocked by the Asian trade post.
yeah. So he's gonna see his ATP is really not doing him any favor right now.
I wonder if these players are going to fight it out in H2 a little bit. You know, get some pikemen out and try to siege down the other trade post.
I don't know if
I'm trying.
Spain wants that. I think they really both don't want to spend too much time in Colonia.
Yeah, it's a waste of time, so to speak. You're not getting to your comfort zone as either civilization.
Yeah.
I have seen Mido do really well with H2 China, but he has something else figured out that I don't think many other players
Well,
have.
we were wrong. Spain is going for it.
I guess so. Yeah, I think we're going to see Musketeers out of DDFantasy just based off the villager distribution.
True, yeah. And he doesn't have a reason not to. Like, it's a very good thing against China, really. Early on.
Yeah.
Versatile.
And the other thing to note is that the Asian trade posts have a lot of HP, but they do not have a ranged attack like the ATP does. So that makes it slightly easier to take them down.
Like, does
I
it
think,
make them cheaper? Yes, probably.
yeah, I think if they go down to, let's see. Well, hold on. I'd have to do the math.
Oh,
Ugh.
wait. So he's gonna contest it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to see H2 play out of both players right now.
Yeah. I guess he scouted the Iraqs of Spain.
Yeah, and decided to adapt
Yep.
back to this trade line. Musketeers coming out for DDFantasy, but an 8 Choco new shipment here can do really, really well. Spain has no real answer to Choco. Oh, no, Pikemen, actually.
Oh, picky.
Picky good unit. Some disciples are coming out of the Chinese monk as well.
I think Hadamoto possibly gambled too much on Spain making picky also.
Yeah. I think maybe had him. No, I don't know. Because he did scout the barracks. I was going to say maybe he thought Spain was going to go for the fast fortress, but he saw the barracks.
Yeah.
So, interesting first shipment out of Spain. He's not going to be in a position to siege down this trade post. Not with what's on the field between the outpost and the musketeers.
Yeah, but soon the A Chakanu or Chukano will come.
Yeah,
I reckon.
and that's a shipment you want to get this fight going. Some Myrtle arrows coming in as well.
Yeah, there it is. And DDFantasy again going with the weird Musk melee stuff. Sending rods.
Yeah. These Choco Nu are going to pick off a few musketeers. One does go down, but the rattle arrows are going to here with the pikemen.
Like he can just hold all the stuff off and then shoot the rest with the Chukanos.
Yeah, truthfully, the rattle arrows are going to... Oh, they actually go for the Choco Nu. But I think this fight goes into the favor of China just a little bit for the time being. Some more musketeers are joining the fray.
Yeah, it should, especially with the monk still going strong.
Yeah. We should hopefully be seeing some banner armies out of China now to reinforce these Choco Nu.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. We're talking about the same thing, I believe.
But Spain didn't scout it, so he will be fine. Well, I don't know. Spain is now sending gold. I guess he's going up soon? Possibly?
Yeah, I would go up to the next stage of Spain here. Maybe sack a TP to do it. It's no big deal, as long as you get to the next stage before China does. These picky are attacking the outpost, but that's not going to accomplish anything. These Choco Nu are the real need of it right now. They need to work on this musketeer.
Yeah, and we see the priorities. So China's just trying to get the outpost done. He recognized he can't really take the TPs of Spain, the ATP TPs, cost effectively.
And by pressuring this outpost, he does protect his own trade post for a little bit, so I do appreciate this move out of China.
Yeah. So DDFantasy... Yeah, he's technically... Yeah, he's microing for more HP play.
No, absolutely he is. And China has to run back now. I think the momentum is back into the Spanish players' favor again. Some more pikemen coming out of the War Academy, but these Hussar are staring. There we go.
By the way, how do you do that when they that they fluidly go over into picky at the front?
I think you just drag box your both units types, and you right click behind the Choco Nu, and they just fluidly they make that formation they're in currently, but in the other direction. It's a trick I've tried to do, but I failed.
Okay, so what's going to happen? 7 step riders. Okay.
I mean, why not? But that's not going to accomplish anything. I would have preferred to see 300 export and get some musketeers on the field. Some turncoats, as we say.
China really doesn't want to play this extended colonial.
Yeah, no, this would go in the favor of the player. The Hussar is such a strong colonial unit.
Yeah, Musk Huss is pretty good against China colonial.
Yes, it truly is. And the trade post does finally go down. Spain immediately takes it. So I feel like at this point of Spain, you just kind of lay off a little bit and just go to the next stage. You have all the room in the world to do so. But I guess not. I guess both players are really sticking it out in colonial.
Yeah, but that's a bit awkward for China, I feel. He's losing so much HP from the ATP.
Yeah, he is. He does get the trade post down, but at what cost? There's that trick again.
Yeah. Oh man. I guess he does have the Consulate Musketeers?
Yeah, he does. And some Choco Nu are going to do a lot of work with tiers, but so many Hussar in the field left over. These pikemen are connecting with them. Cover mode as of right now. Some really good micro out of both players here.
On the slight lag again.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, but even Hanamoto said if it's consistent lag, you can deal with it, and it kind of is.
Yeah. Is that what they were saying in the lobby prior to me joining it? Okay. Spain is putting down the 4th trade post.
Huh, really?
I'm sorry, like it's like 4th in line, I should say.
Oh, okay, alright. Oh, so he's choosing to have the oh, he's dead. Okay, that's why he's building them with the villages. Oh, and he's really not in the best position, crammed up there at Spain, I mean.
Yeah. He's China's beginning to entrench themselves behind all their buildings, and yep, a big pop
What?
of units out of
How is that
there.
possible?
Oh my god, that's a bug right there.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh god.
He should siege the village down with those musketeers. They're stuck and they're not doing anything anyway.
Yeah, just
But these musketeers pushing forward. So many Hussar to deal with, but now they're fighting underneath the Chinese town center and a good call of sentries and Minutemen.
Yeah, redo it.
Go.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, and from the back snaring. Awesome.
Oh, this is perfect for Spain. I mean, this is perfect for China.
Yeah, and another batch of
redcoats.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's
really a huge overextension by DDFantasy. He was in the lead for in a way there, but now all these units are just being picked off by China, piece by piece, getting torn to shreds. And a Hatamoto Samurai is going to be feeling pretty well about that.
Oh yes, he can take down everything for basically free now, I guess.
Yep. Taking care of the bugged musketeers. And these war junks are coming in now. Not sure why they came in there instead of the pond, but
well,
I guess they could. Yeah, they could pick that off. I guess they ignore that, and they're just going to scout the water and make sure that Spain is not on the water themselves.
Yeah, but I think he didn't really want to spawn them there.
Kind of an interesting choice of shipment, but I guess it's like a safe choice. Make sure that my opponent is not sea booming, and China is back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, but you really don't want to scout with their shipment. Just send one low HP unit down the coast, and then you'll know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of a waste.
Yeah, he should have put them in one of the ponds.
I don't think he had anything else to send.
Ratans? Well.
Yeah. I guess Northern Refugees would be a very good shipment at this point, actually.
Oh yeah. To close the eco gap. True.
Yeah, you have so many villagers. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 more.
Six villagers, actually. That's a really good shipment at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Looks like this villager is going to get raided by these Hussar.
Yeah. I guess that's what he has to do now. Gain some time, gain some eco theory now for Spain. Is he out of card?
I think so at this point. Yeah, both players have exhausted their H2 shipments.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thanks.
I just blessed Jesus.
Oh, nice. That's nice of you. There it comes.
Taking out that last trade post.
Oh, that's so brutal.
I know, it's... I really enjoy, by the way, the cannonballs hitting the cliffs and then making that sound. I love this game. It's old, but it's like well
Yeah.
made.
Oof, what the?
That's quite a big raid right there.
Yeah,
These
just
Hussar are accomplishing so much.
yeah. Just build another village and send all the refugees and be like, well, this was easy.
Oh, and now China does click up to the next stage, putting down his
Scare Wonder.
Skirm Wonder. Yeah, what is the Skirm Wonders?
He gets a flying crow every, I don't know, minutes.
Yep.
But he really should go off there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time somebody aged a fortress.
Yeah, and Spain is nowhere even close to aging.
At this point, DDFantasy is chopping so much wood. I'm not too sure why. Oh, he's going for the
Ah, see.
docks now, but
Yeah.
the war junks are going to start contesting that.
God damn it, like, did he foresee this, that Spain would resort to water play, and that's why he dropped them there? I don't know.
I feel like it. I feel like if you're in a corner on this map, which is New England, you kind of try to get a sea boom going. And so Samurai preemptively sent the war junks to prevent that from happening. Now we have a dog and an outpost going down. Spain is really going to entrench themselves defensively and try to get the sea boom going.
Although that's kind of late. I don't know if he will profit soon enough to make something change.
Yeah. Because at this point, like, you still need to go up to the next stage of Spain, right?
Yeah.
The units you have, even if you have a lot of musketeers, they're not going to be able to deal with China's H3. Neither are the Hussar.
Yeah.
So I'm really giving like a lot of momentum.
Oh, and even getting
Favor.
caught there.
Yep, picky OP.
Yeah. And now if China just goes more to the edge, which he
Yep.
will for some other
If
purpose.
he has those Huns scouted, like this is going to be really tough. I don't think it's actually scouted. He's just the Hussar.
Yeah,
The
but
added
now he
bonus
has
is
to.
getting all those villagers.
Picky
Oh, this
raid.
is so brutal. Picky raid, picky boom.
Yeah. If he wins this, it will be because of the picky.
It will be because those picky helped with the Hussar and so many other things.
Alright, so Fortress Age, and DDFantasy probably recognizing, damn it, I'm screwed.
I think so as well. But he's throwing up some walls, and he's going to try to buy as enough time as possible to get this sea boom going.
Yeah, well, you can't do much else.
Yeah, it really is his last resort. But these war junks, look
Backing out
you
now.
see that?
Yeah. Nice. Water is so nice on AoE3.
Yes, yeah, it is.
It's always enjoyable, like not. Oh damn it!
Yes.
Finally, he does what everybody should do. The Puchuan, or what's it called? Call to the pond.
Yep. Now that dock will not be going, and you now have one of the strongest ships in the game,
Yeah, that one is insane.
just sitting there inside that pond.
Yeah, possibly he didn't spawn the caravel equivalents of the Chinese civilization in the pond because he was scared to lose one.
Yes. And now China is pushing in. I feel like if you have so many picky and Shogunnu, you should probably just upgrade them real quick.
Yeah, not sure if he does. Yeah, GG. Call.
And DDFantasy just calls it. It was a fun game to watch, that one.
Yeah, so much back and forth, and one overextension of DDFantasy basically decided this outcome. Well.
Yeah, the overextension in the Chinese base was, I think, where the game tipped over. That was too much of a military loss from DDFantasy for him to stay in the game after that.
I think I might actually be lagging.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat as well, and we'll touch base with the players after this. Maybe the ESO admins and see what if we can get better playing conditions for the players.
I mean, technically, I don't drop many frames. And I'm seeing that in my stats.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's still me because my laptop is really working up a bit.
that was a C map, to be perfectly fair, so probably contributed to that.
Okay. No, okay,
Both
so
players
it's
seem to
not.
be okay with it, so
Yeah. So I've checked, it's not my CPU or something. I'm still on like 35%. So I am not the lagger. He goes for the
all
Turk.
right. Interesting. So Germany versus Ottoman on this on Bonnie Springs.
I guess on Bonnie Springs I'd rather be Otto.
In Germany, yeah, especially with the lack of coin mines.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
broke so many necks before the lack of gold mines, or at least accessible gold mines. Mines?
Minen. How do you say
Mines.
mine in Germany?
Mine.
Mina. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, basically just the. It might sound retarded for you.
oh no, it doesn't.
Okay, it's really the same, but you just pronounce it differently.
Absolutely. What an interesting choice, Germany on this map.
Yeah, but
I, I
sadly,
guess he goes for like a. I'm sorry.
no, it's
Please go
alright.
ahead.
I just wanted to rant about the map.
Yeah.
It's okay, we don't have to.
Bonnie Springs is one of those controversial maps a little bit. It's a love hate relationship. Some people like it because it's different. I am of that school of thought. Um, but other players really dislike it just because of the bison getting stuck behind the walls and the lower hunt situation overall. It's
I
one of
think
the
it's not
stranger
so
maps.
much because of the hunt situation or low res. It's more because the middle is so clogged with buildings, and you accidentally attack them if you A move.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's really the main concern there. The design is nice. I like the plateau with the city.
Yeah, me as well. I personally like this map. It looks like we have a wood start.
Yeah, good for Germany.
They're going to get their trade post up pretty quickly, which is going to be a huge boon for them in the first stage
Yep.
and help them throughout the game.
Yeah, like Otto gets ATP no matter what. So of course they will profit from maybe the mosque that he's gonna build, but getting the TP for Germany is way more important.
So it truthfully is. Truthfully is. Let's see. Some of the treasures that are on the map. I think this is really good for. Gonna have 75 wood right outside his.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
think he
Does he
saw
see?
it.
Oh no.
No, he doesn't see it, so he's gonna scout away from it. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah, but he will find a coyote. Maybe he saw it now. No, he didn't.
Nope. Oh, unfortunate for him. DDFantasy did go past the 70 XP treasure. He threw a crack shot at the coyote, then went to build his TP, and now he's just going to pick it up
That's
real
nice.
quick.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cthulhu
Even though the
Legacy.
coyote is like, oh, he actually did pick up the coyote, Fang the Tin Coyote. Uh, but yeah,
A lot of fun.
using a crack shot on a small guardian, I don't mind so much if you just do it and then reset your crack shot to again.
Yeah,
You know you get the timer going. Excuse me.
basically for free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're going to be building a trade post anyway, so why not have the value of the crack shot out?
And now the value of the coyote will be apparent. Maybe.
Yep. I mean, he's going to waste the Ottoman explorer's time, right? The time that Ottoman is microing against Fang is the time he is not exploring the map and gathering treasure.
Yeah, and forced to go the other direction, which is
Picking
quite
up.
good actually.
Oh yeah. I feel like that 75 wood is not going to be scattered for a long time.
Yeah.
But Hatamoto is picking up all these treasures in the middle. I think, yeah, there we go. 55 coin this is one of my favorite treasures actually. It's a crack shot and it's 55 coin. There's a lot of value in that one.
And the wood treasure is scouted. I like that they've, I think, reduced the wood you get, or added a guardian, one of those, for the 65 wood.
Oh, they did?
I think so. I haven't seen that. I think it was 75 or something. Not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'd have to check the patch notes for that one. But what I am sure of is that
Oh,
Samurai is
damn
going
it.
to. He's going to be able to steal that pretty easily. Yep.
Yep, there he goes.
Easy steal for Samurai. DDFantasy probably not happy with that. Hatamoto Samurai is really taking the momentum in the series. He's winning his games. Right now, he's in a favorable position in H2 just because of all the treasures he's gathering, and he's going to hit straight 75.
Maybe he saw it actually.
I have the Fog of War up. I don't think he.
No,
has.
he goes a detour.
Yep. Wow.
I guess there's the strategy that if you see a treasure fairly close to your field of vision, you're just going to go on the open map to contest other treasures and then take the secure one.
Yeah, at a later point in time. Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, he didn't really scout it. It would have really made it faster to get the house.
I think DDFantasy is going to stagecoach this trade route.
Yeah.
Oh nope.
And gold A job.
No. So yeah, instead going for the fast fortress off the back of 2 trade posts, non-stage coached.
And that's what you should do. Like there's no point in getting the other route. How do you say that? Route?
Both pronunciations are correct as far as I know. So
Yep.
you can go with whatever you want.
Okay. So there's no point in really getting both routes now.
Yeah.
Just be faster and kind of molest your way to the German base.
I'm sorry, what your way to the German base?
Molest your way.
I was like, wait, did he say that? Did he use that word?
Yes, he did. It's not a family-friendly stream, I'm sorry.
That is very, very funny.
Yeah, it was the best word popping into my mind right now.
That makes me laugh. German humor at its finest. Who said Germans were not
Yeah,
funny?
we don't have them. We don't have those humors. We don't like it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The outpost does go up, so I think we're just going to see like a Sari Falcon timing out of the Ottoman player. And Hatamoto Samurai going to go for a naked FF of his own, just from the looks of it.
Oh, that's quite interesting. So he... Oh, okay, that's... definitely. So he's sacrificing the 3 settler wagons you would ship normally first.
Yeah, and just going for speed instead. Which I guess maybe kind of makes sense against Ottoman. Like, they don't have the strongest, so you don't need to max out your own. So no market, no 3 settler wagons. His economy is not going to be that great, but he will be up pretty quickly.
Yeah, possibly not the worst choice here.
I'm not sure. I think you go for war wagons at this point. Or maybe you try to get the Black Rider shipment as soon as possible.
Yeah, probably. I don't think you can afford the Black Riders right off the bat, since it slows you down because of a merc shipment.
Yeah.
And also you would tear through your gold mines way too fast.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing I was thinking about. So maybe not. 700 wood is coming in. So almost identical shipments out of both players for the time
Yeah.
being.
And the Ulans don't even raid.
Yep.
The new ones.
These Ulans actually lose to war dogs. I found this out the other day.
Oh,
If
that's
you get a
sad.
few war dogs, yeah, you can actually push the Ulans away with just a bunch of war dogs and your explorer.
And they will get
And
caught.
then,
Few jabs.
yep, just turning around, getting pushed away. Not quite dead, but one Ulan is pretty low.
Alright, so both up at the same time, basically. That's because DDFantasy aged up with the 4 Hus.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, he didn't. Okay.
That's quite interesting. So, is that standard? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the four Hustler either. Maybe to deal with these little Ulans and not go for the Abyss guns. More Janissaries are coming out at this point.
Fast age is
Sieging the
usually the
market.
choice, I think.
For Germany?
For
No, for Ottoman.
Otto, yeah.
Do they have fast stage? I don't know. I almost
Yeah,
never
I
play
think so.
civilization.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Well, some skirmishers are coming out, and now it's skirmisher Ulan getting the veteran upgrade against this.
Well,
I don't know if I like
and
this.
Fox already. Oh, damn it. Did he see them? Yeah, now he
Yeah,
does.
he needs to. These skirmishers need to go into the stagger mode and limit the amount of damage that the falconets can do.
Yeah, just don't fight now. He was lucky that Fox turned around a few 360s.
Yeah. I really think you need some war wagons on the field now as
Yeah.
Germany just to deal with these Hussar and the falconets.
And now chucking away at the houses.
8 Janissaries coming in on the field now. DDFantasy has the resources to get the veteran upgrade as well. And this is going to be a little bit dicey, I think, for Germany here to deal with.
Yeah, and also no market because it was so much forward there. It was there, I think, the market for Germany.
Yeah.
Trying to sneak in the Hawk kill at one.
Oh, he
Damn
doesn't
it!
get it!
Damn it!
Oh, right click.
God
Oh
damn it!
my
How?
God.
Just
22
how?
HP.
He
Both
over microed
falconets are
them.
really low now.
Yeah, but he over microed them so hard. Just let him hit the Fox.
Yep. I think he was trying to compensate for lag just a little bit and overcompensated.
More
a little
villages
bit,
going down to the Ulan.
That's good. 2 villagers going down for the time being. Lots of idle time. The Ulan are doing some work.
God.
Oh, and then the war wagons come out and clean up the falconets.
Yeah, now the Jans will just have to walk in there and...
But the thing is, these Hussar are there to snare the skirmishers, at least until they die to the remaining war wagon.
Okay, now that's pretty nice for Germany if he kites.
The thing is, Janissaries do take forever to die, but it looks like on finally.
Yeah, he tried to snare.
He put the war wagon in hand attack. That was pretty funny.
He tried to snare with a Minuteman with one of those. But they didn't quite do the job.
Yeah. And so now at this point, 1,000 coin coming in for the Ottoman player. I think he's setting himself up for a Mameluke shipment after this. So we're going to need to see some war wagons, more war wagons out of the German player.
By the way, your voice gets a little bit laggy sometimes, so possibly it might be even you.
Causing the lag? Yeah, that's...
It could be.
Let me see if I can clean myself up on my end.
Yeah. I just noticed the slight stuttering of your voice sometimes.
Yeah, I get that on your end too. I think it's a connection between you and I. Let me do something quick.
Oh, and Otto, meanwhile, going for the gold mines, pretty smart.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna force it away. Will he get one? I think so, yeah.
Yep. Settler wagon does go down.
And it's already
To
two will population down.
yeah, low economy situation for both players. The Germany does have some market upgrades.
Yeah, and now we see what we told about earlier. He has to migrate from one to the other faraway gold mine, and Otto is gonna just, as I said, gonna molest the gold mines.
Yeah,
What a good word. Appropriate.
it's appropriate for this situation because that
Yeah.
is exactly what Germany is doing to this map. Skirmishers were also having their way with these Janissaries on their way out. Terrible, terrible things.
Oh, in Mamelukes now, so he could technically just go in and win.
I think so, yeah, because those Mamelukes are going to soak up so much damage. The Janissaries are there on the field, tanky as well. And this German army, it's got a lot of attack. It's got a lot of teeth to it, but not a lot of resilience. These are really fragile units all around.
Yeah, but luckily Otto decides to check the player mine again.
And I think that's a good move from Ottoman, making sure that Germany doesn't get access to all these resources very easily. It has to go to one mine at a time and kind of sit on it.
Yeah, however, it gave time for Germany to actually get a more decent army.
Yeah, we need to see like a good snare. I don't know. You know what? I think like all these war wagons plus the Ulan might do pretty okay against this Ottoman army.
Yeah, the
Ottoman is pushing
sizable army.
forward.
But like, he really has to be careful kiting.
Yes.
Get snared once and they're dead.
I think so as well.
Oh, that's
a lot
too
of
close.
Janissaries going down. Mamelukes finally connecting.
Yeah, and now it's gonna happen. He's just gonna slam it all in.
I think so. You know, the skirmishers
Shoot.
are doing a really job kiting, but the Mamelukes. One war wagon does go down to the Janissaries.
Yeah,
and now
just shoot, aim
Germany
move.
is. Yeah, really. There we go. The Janissaries are on top of the skirmishers now.
God damn it, shoot! It's tilting me a bit. If you run into them, just shoot. Oh, and more war wagons. That changes actually the situation.
It really does. I think the Mamelukes now are going to end up falling pretty easily to war wagons. Skirmishers just need to minimize their losses because they will lose.
Target the Jans, not the Moms. You really don't want to hit the Moms with the skirmisher attacks.
Yeah. Are we going to see Minutemen?
He did already use them earlier.
Oh yes, you are correct. Yep, that's true.
Oh,
and
damn it! And there comes the nail into the coffin, possibly.
Yes, that was quite the cleanup. That Ulan shipment, which
But
was
he
really
could get back eco-wise with Spahi and the Jans.
Oh my god, yeah, that's big. If there's anything that's going to keep him back into this game, it's this raid right here.
Yeah, and there aren't any more war wagons actually.
Cav anti-Cav does pretty well. I think the Janissaries are just going to move backward, and he's going to sack them maybe.
Yeah, so Otto actually has the better eco now.
Yep, by 3 villagers though.
Yeah, but still.
That's true.
And now
that's
Germany has to go back.
He can fight this, I think.
But DDFantasy again overextending into the base of the opponent.
Yeah, he 100% is.
That's just painful. More vet Ulans. And the spy going to raid the other mine again. However, Hadamoto Samurai already anticipated that because he's a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
so
wants
this raid
to
is going
catch
on,
them
but
now.
the spy are just going to get caught.
Yeah.
At that point.
He splits them really well, his Ulans. Oh, damn it.
Does he just barely get out? No, he doesn't. Come on, these Ulans.
No way, nah. Okay, there we go. Maybe he saves like 2 or something. Nope, he doesn't. Good snare.
Check out this raid over here. Oh, that's a big
Oh,
one.
wow. Okay, that's... Oh, damn it. Ooh.
I would totally trade the Spahi for this amount of villagers.
Not sure, actually. uh, okay, yeah. God damn it, that's so painful. Had a motive thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull this around now. I'm gonna be the one on top, and then this happens.
Oh my god, you cracked me up.
Yeah,
13
that was
villagers.
actually intentional now.
Yeah, it was good. It was subtle, and I liked it.
They're gonna top him.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, it's over now. The joke is over.
The Germany is down to 14 villager pop right now.
Yeah, that's really painful. And all his powerful shipments are gone already. Maybe except for the merc shipments.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in a position to get the Black Riders on the field either.
Yeah, I mean he's trying
Now
to.
Germany recognizes it's kind of go time, and he needs to make something happen. But this is a cav anti-cav composition. What are these Ulans going to do against the Janissary?
Yeah, I think DDFantasy will get one win here.
Oh no! Don't siege the walls.
Ah, this is what happens exactly. Body springs. Hello.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. Because the Spahi and the Huss are connected to the skirmishers. Now all these Janissaries.
Yeah.
That's GG.
That's probably a GG call soon.
Yep. And it looks like...
Yep.
There we go. Fantastic play out of DDFantasy, despite that overextension.
Yep. And that's what we see with Bonnie Springs. Any resource-dependent and not kind of must-has or economic type of civ. What did I want to say?
I think what you wanted to say was that Germany is very resource reliant compared to the Ottomans, and that this ended up being a factor on this map.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those raids from Ottoman did so much in this game, and I think that's kind of what lost them the game, really. If you look at the Vil graph.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of the right upper hunt there. It says "Swe herding."
Yeah, sweet herding.
Where is it? There. And saved.
Excellent. Quality content coming out of this.
If all the hunts are dead, they can't run away.
Yep, it's they can't. I actually have seen top level players kill hunts a little bit early, but they do it when it's right underneath the town center, not a screenshot away. That's funny. I'm gonna restart my game real quick.
All right. Sorry. So, the fantasy locks the French civilization for Arizona.
That's a good pick on that map.
Yeah, this is quite okay. But then again, Arizona is actually a map where the next hunts are quite far away.
You think?
Yeah.
On this map?
Yeah, it's a map where usually civs like Otto or Spain or something do fairly well against others like France or Brit. Since if you control the TP line and the surrounding area, you basically control all the third hunts. And fourth and fifth, of course, yeah. And if you look at the layout, there is only one mine for everyone. That's fairly close to TC.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now. I think that's the design of the map. 5 mines aside.
Yeah.
And you have to push out. You don't get 2 in base mines like you do on some of the other maps. You only have 1.
So possibly also not a German map.
Yeah.
Oh, but he stays. Okay, let's see. The classic matchup. Again, please?
Does he stick with Germany? I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to get it.
And yes, I will have to update the score too. Oh, DDFantasy having the yellow ping now, and you're kind of yellow-greenish.
Oh, I am yellow greenish.
Yep. Oh, now you're green again.
Yeah,
So
because I saw you as green and I saw Fantasy as yellow green, and now everyone's green for me.
yeah, DDFantasy for me is now yellow-green. So it's probably the distance to China for us all.
I would believe so, to be perfectly frank.
Because I know I've never had issues playing with you. I even had the honor to play some against Hanamoto Samurai, and it also didn't lag.
Yeah. But again, adding a layer of a fourth player always adds just like a layer of lag, no matter what. As long as the players are kind of okay with it, and,
Yeah, I seem to
I'm
be.
okay with it.
But DDFantasy really going for those pretty straightforward strats. Low eco, straightforward.
Yeah, get to the Fortress Age, get some shipments out, and attack.
Yeah.
But it served him pretty well in that last game. So 2-1 right now for Hanamoto Samurai. I'm hoping only for the sake of the series that DDFantasy takes this map as well.
Yep.
Which he might, because as you mentioned, the coin mines on this map are lower, which is not necessarily good for Germany.
Yeah, but I guess those civs are very similar in some aspects, so the same problem for both.
Absolutely. This map looks really even. Same amount of hunts on both sides.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can let that roll.
All right. And I think it was a wood start because Germany has 200.
Oh,
They're going for the same trade post.
yeah,
Oh, that is so good.
exactly what I basically said on Mendocino, I think it was. What happened
We
the
didn't play
first match? No, like the
the
first
first
map.
map.
What was it?
What was that first
Colorado?
map?
No. Also, basically a very similar map to this. With the 4 trade posts, it was the Otto versus Spain, where they agreed on taking the side TPs on the edges.
Yep.
But this time, actually, the worst case happened for one of them. Not sure if he gets it up. I think he will get it in time to the first pass. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Barely.
that trade post. This one right here is guaranteed first pass.
Yeah, I mean the German explorer got delayed. That's why.
But he does get that first pass. So
Yeah.
first pass for both players on this side of the map. So both are kind of happy with that. France slightly happier because they will get their shipment just a little bit earlier than the Germans.
Yep. And right now,
Oh,
DDFantasy is doing a 12-10. Okay, now as a house.
yeah, I saw that and I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, 12-10, but no.
Yeah, I can't imagine any situation where you would want to do a 12-10 as France.
It's a fun strategy, if only that, but perhaps not the most effective. I would agree on that one.
Let's see.
Oh,
What
75. Ooh.
Yeah, that's certainly nice.
Yeah, Samurai is picking up some pretty good treasures. He also picked up 65 wood just a little bit earlier.
A bit of XP.
There we go.
There we go. Not really much to report on right now.
Yeah, both players have their TP up. Both players are kind of gathering treasures a little bit on both sides of the map.
Oh, the French player actually has a fort in his deck.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. And also cavalry train speed.
Oh, he does, believe it or not. Not to mention the thoroughbreds on 84. I wonder if that will come into play.
Is it we actually try to do some H4 cure spam or something?
That would be funny. Go for like a fast industrial. He does have the 2 heavy cannons as well.
Yeah, there's a more of a mandatory thing, I guess.
That's true. Whereas Hadamoto Samurai, if we look at his deck, we see some very, very
Yeah.
things. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I guess that's as standard as it gets. Maybe not the 10 winged hussars. I don't know if other players use that space for something else, but I don't.
Yeah, I've heard. It depends on who you're talking to, but some players will consider that one the best shipment in the game, and other players will kind of look at it and be like, I don't really need that hussar shipment. So looks like both players clicking up, getting a market, really mirroring their strategies on both sides. DDFantasy is just slightly ahead on the markets, and his shipment did come in a little bit earlier, but with the treasures that Samurai obtained, I think he got better treasures. So slightly better. And even that's up to debate, so I don't know. Even game.
Explorer is having a small skirmish there.
Yeah.
Saying hello to each other.
Yep, hello to each other. Saluting each other with their guns.
Yeah. Hans Pornhorst against against another Chinese character guy.
Yep.
If somebody knows what it's called, please tell me in chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to know if he's also a jokey guy.
Pornhorst.
Yeah, it's a Pornhorst.
Very appropriate. Looks like a stable's coming down for the French player.
And a Rex for the German player.
Oh, that's interesting. Are we going to see Doppels?
I guess so. Maybe Picky.
But he doesn't have any wood for Picky. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's Doppels then. Both following up with the first villager shipment in Age 2. Fairly standard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some idle villies for Germany.
Yep, they should be back to work here in a few moments. I think Germany is focused on this treasure. Is he, or is he not, or is he going for this trade post?
Oh wait,
I'm confused.
Is he? Wow, no, he's not. Okay.
No, these Ulan are going to connect with this explorer, so they will be taken down.
Yeah,
Of course, the Hussars should be on their way out of the stables as well, so they can't hang out.
Let's see, units in queue. Yeah, 5 Hussars coming in.
I think Germany's goal is to snare the Hussar and bait
Oh,
a
god
fight.
damn it.
Oh, that's horrible. But yeah, this is really good bait. If the Ulan can get a snare and then the Doppels connect with the Hussar, it might end up being really
and,
good.
Oh, damn it. There we go. But he will sack one and be free. I hope. Oh, god, he doesn't.
Oh, he just barely gets away.
Yeah, but it's still good he gets to his base. Can call Minutemen if he wants to.
Side note, the Explorer is going to go down to the Outlaws, I think. Or just barely get away with 0 HP.
Oof,
These Doppels are coming forward now. And
yeah,
Minutemen
yeah,
and
the
Warriors are coming out, but the Minutemen can kite the Doppels, I think, and that's going to be a very good trade for them. The Ulan's winning that cat fight because they were getting so much free pot shots off.
Oh,
but now...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close.
And he pulled them away. Awesome.
Did.
And the Minutemen will be useless.
Yeah, the Minutemen did not fire a single shot off. Actually,
they did.
They got
one dop is kind of low.
My apologies, I did miss that one, but not too much value out of these Minutemen. I think that was a pretty good play from Hadamoto Samurai, all things considered.
Yeah. And also made French send 700 wood first and then the goal.
Yeah, delaying the French age up, so slowing them down. Whereas Germany is going to click up for for free here pretty soon, I think.
Ah, interesting. So Germany went for the slightly slower but shipment
What?
saving. Oh, not shipment saving since he shipped 8 bows.
Why? I don't. I mean, I think he's expecting some pressure.
Could be.
So actually, I could respect this 8 bow shipment, but I don't know about fighting out here without these units separated from one another. France does pick up that 320 XP treasure, so that's a good shipment for him as well.
It was fairly unnecessary bow shipment, to be honest. He was going to be up anyways.
I think he's actually still in. Did he click
What?
up?
Yeah, he actually decided to make more units. It's no what?
No, he
Ah,
doesn't have
now
anything in queue.
yeah, now it shows.
Oh, okay, there we go.
The UI was slow to pick up on the age up.
Okay, well, I guess we're just a little bit too fast and on top of things.
Yeah,
That was a joke. But
you're very on
I
top of
think
things.
France clicking up as well. So, all things considered, I'd say the state of the game is fairly even now for both players.
600 gold for French again?
Yeah, I
Or is
think he
that?
used that to get some hustler out, some extra hustler, and then
Yeah,
also a. So
I
why
mean,
not? Both players do have a shipment available for them upon arrival to the Fortress Age.
France checking the mines already. And now the
And
big batch of hunts there.
yeah, I wonder if we'll see some sweet herding on that one. The Uhlans do scare the hussar away, but yeah, we definitely need to get those 2 hunts herded in for the German player. Unfortunately for him, the hunts and this mine are on opposite sides. I guess this mine is sort of safe, so controlling this entire
Yeah.
area is going to be profitable for the German player.
Yeah, let's see if it comes down to the classic Germany against France. One big fight and then it's decided thing, or not.
I think that's what we're going to see. France, of course, having the 2 Falconet shipment available to them, unlike the Germans. War wagons being shipped here for samurai.
Yeah, not bad. And skirms coming for the French player. Also fairly
Yep.
standard decision.
These doppels are going to start working on this trade post, but the skirmisher mass out of the French player is much more frightening than it is for the German player.
Great already. They're fairly smart.
Yeah.
And
Now these
there.
skirmishers are starting this fight. They're going to trade pretty favorably. Some cuirassiers coming in as well. Oh, those were made actually. 4 cuirassiers synergizing with the hussar really well here. Problem is those war wagons are still something, and the doppels as well.
And the French raid coming in.
It looks like they should be able to pick up some villagers here if
No,
Hadamoto
there are
does
war
not
wagons in queue,
reactivate it.
so...
Oh,
okay.
These hussar might actually just get straight up caught out of position.
Yep, he AFK'd them.
Yep, AFK them. One of them is sacrificed for the greater good of the other 2, and I think they might be able to sneak out.
Yep. Meanwhile, checking another mine. He's very smartly checking the mines as last game.
Yeah. But of course, Germany is on this side of the map, so for the time being, that position on the map does not quite come into play yet. I notice a house foundation being placed down here for samurai. I'm not too sure what's up with
yeah.
Probably for line of sight.
But that sounds and looks like a mistake from him. He doesn't really intend to build a house there, right?
No.
Oh, he does. He does, yeah.
That villager is dead.
Yeah. And possibly those skirms too. Nope. Okay.
Not quite. So that house does not go up, and the villager does go down. Germany is starting to get all their shipments out. 9 Ulan are coming in as well. This is going to be looks like some dragoons joining the fray, but so many war wagons.
Yeah, and with those few dops in there, I think that's quite good for Germany.
Yeah, it's going to be the French problem. These doppelswordlers, they need to. France needs to get the skirmishers to pick off the doppels before they start, causing a lot of damage in that melee cav fight, which is what their role is. Obviously,
Like,
dops can be kited really easily, but as soon as they stand and fight in like a cavalry engagement, they really do shine. I think. But Germany's going for the counterattack.
yeah, and that's quite the good decision since the TP is so far in the corner there. He will be very slow to go back if something happens. But he's also smartly and fast to react. He will lose some villages.
The Uhlans are just getting between the villagers and the town center, and this is a huge raid.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, damn it.
Genocide jokes come to mind, but I think I'll lay off them.
Yeah, that's some next level molesting. Oof. Harsh.
Yeah, that was a really big raid, and I think that puts DDFantasy on a timer now and makes something happen. Some falconets are coming in for the French player, but the bulk of the German army is cavalry, so the value of these falconets is quite limited, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe he wants to make those war wagon go for the Falk snipe and waste themselves somehow. And
yeah, these Hussar are unfortunately not upgraded either, so.
Yeah, I think you need the wood for something else.
Yeah. And now the fight does begin. The Cuirassiers and the Hussar are connecting with the German army.
Yeah, get the dops in. Where are they?
Oh, what are these? The skirmishers are out of position.
Crap.
And these falconets are going to get some volleys off that are going to be really valuable there for the French player.
Yep. That's pretty good.
So many Uhlans left over.
All the skirms are dead almost for Germany.
Yeah, truthfully. So we now have Uhlan war wagon against a skirm goon.
Yeah, and there we go. The war wagon sniping the Falk now.
I think France does pretty well here in this fight. The dragoons need to go back a little bit, but the skirmishers now have free reign to terrorize these war wagons.
Yeah. However, those cures are all dead. Those were a big investment. The Falks also.
Completely agree. That was a. And now Germany's like safe, aren't they? Because these war wagons can choose to engage or disengage a fight.
Yeah.
Whereas France is really unable to force one. They don't have a snare mechanic available to them.
Yeah, I guess a few more skirms and then just Ulan spam.
I suppose so. That said, the French player can also like force Germany off this coin mine and these hunts. So that's going to be good for them as well. But I still want to give a sizable advantage to Samurai at this point.
Yeah. It's still 10 villages difference.
That raid probably is going to help him win the game, if it's not already won.
I wouldn't be so fast now.
I suppose not. These skirmishers are picking off a war wagon, so that's some good value right there. A second one almost going down, but not quite.
Yeah, but France can kite this forever. His skirm mass is ahead. His skirm count.
Yep. Absolutely. It's a tricky situation where the French army has all of the initiative.
Yeah.
But they can't quite force anything either.
Yeah, but this is getting to the point where the French army is, when kiting, unkillable soon.
Yeah, truthfully. And at this point, I really want to see cav combat from DDFantasy in order to make these dragoons even scarier.
Walks
Germany's
away again.
Again, France is just going to kite this.
I guess, yeah, and he's going back and in and back and in. I don't know. Yeah. He can't connect yet. He's trying to. Oh, the lag is intense right now.
Yeah.
And
these
he connects.
finally
Okay.
do connect.
But all the skirms are away.
There are too many dragoons for these Uhlans to accomplish anything. And this fight, I think, is really cost effective for the French player.
Oh, but now the skirm count is way bigger for Germany again.
Yeah, 7 skirmishers coming in for the German player. At this point,
Yep, that's
yeah,
hard to
this is
come back for France. That's hard to come back.
Germany just got their skirm count right back up due to their superior economy and that shipment coming in. So the German player is truly ahead in this game.
Yeah, and of course, DDFantasy is playing quite smart, to be honest. He knows he can't take a head-on fight. He's going to raid and scare those villagers off the coin mine again. However, Hanamaro Samurai also reacting preemptively, pretty good.
Yeah, I don't see Germany being forced out of this game. There are just too many skirmishers, and France does not have an answer to them.
Yep.
I agree that France is playing this pretty smart given the situation. Oh, they have to go back.
Yeah. So France has a food issue now.
Yeah, the natural resources on the map are starting to dry up for France here, whereas Germany still has that coin mine and this hunt available to them.
Yeah, but they will have to fight very soon there.
Most likely the fight that will end the game. Ooh, 1,000 coin coming in for the German player. I like that. Where is it?
Does he have another shipment? No, not yet. Okay.
1,000 coin is worth like half of a coin mine at this point, and I think that's really valuable in this late game situation where the natural resources are drying up.
Yeah. But imagine now, like those 12 Jaegers. Oh, pardon me. Now those Jaegers adding to the actual skirm count. I don't see how French could ever beat that. And that's what he's going for.
Yes,
900.
the 900. He will be able to start working on this mine. I think he has the army to protect that mine.
Yeah.
So really, at this point, this is Germany's game to lose.
It should be, but you never know.
Yep.
Yeah, now trying to force the engage, I guess.
Yeah. Germany can fight this, but I don't think that they know that they can fight this. I think Hadamoto Samurai is being very cautious here. The Ulans are coming forward. Oh no, just backing off.
Yeah, it's quite tricky to fight inside those CDB, since they're so tanky that they might just swing the game. Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good catch from the German player. France not fighting it, but those Dragoons are going to come forward and help save the cures, I guess. So only one cuirassier does fall.
Yeah, the German army is so big right now, it's really scary.
These skirmishers can almost win the game by themselves. Oh, not quite anymore. The 8 cuirassiers on the field.
Yeah.
But so many Ulan.
Yeah, just draw the skirms back a bit, and then yeah, it's just Z move time.
Exactly.
Although maybe not. He's actually careful.
Ulan,
wow.
Yeah. The cuirassiers and the dragoons do connect with the war wagons. Of course, war wagons not in the position you want them to be.
Yeah.
Ulan's
so,
coming forward again, but it's just too much.
Yeah, this will be too much. Yep. GG call.
GG is called. Capcom coming in right at the end, but too little, too late. And I think, oh, is this match point?
The next one, yes.
Yes, it is.
3-2-1 for Hadamoto Samurai. Yeah, it wasn't just one big fight, but I guess two rather big ones.
Yes. And that raid, the CDB raid, really, I think, ended the game right there. If you look at the resources gathered graph, you kind of see like a hump for DDFantasy, and that I would say that raid is what won him the game. Also, some peaceful gathering here by the villagers, both French and German, on that hunt. Just notice that peace was not to be had.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the games we're seeing so far.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Oh, but I noticed my voice getting a bit rough, so let's see if this, for the sake of the series, I hope it continues with a win for DDFantasy.
But for the sake of your voice,
Yeah. But I'm just a pawn of the ESOC empire, so
we are all pawns of the ESOC Empire.
yeah.
They control everything
Great
and
dictator,
everyone.
brown boy.
Oh, he is a dictator. He's a
Yeah.
nice dictator. But he's nonetheless.
Yeah, like we can eat.
But I mean, he has to keep us alive so that we can serve him, right? So
Exactly. So where is the host?
the samurai has hosted the game after restarting,
Oh yeah, there it is.
and we'll be locking in the Brits on ESOC Florida.
Yeah,
Match
that's
point now.
classic.
Oh, actually, DDFantasy picks Japan against British on this map. That's a pretty interesting choice.
Yeah, like in the past, there was always the discussion. Yeah, Brit is the counter to Japan, but as of this point, this patch iteration, you can't really see what Jap is shipping anymore,
Yeah,
which makes it harder, I think. Didn't even minimize that. Okay. Yeah, sound bug is one of those things I know nothing about.
I don't know either. This is what I've heard, and I'm not entirely sure that this is true. But this is anyway. We are now clicking into match point for Hadamoto Samurai. He's playing the blue. I'm sorry, the pink British against DDFantasy's blue Japanese.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily agree with the Brits being a counter civ to Japan either.
Oh, okay.
I personally don't see it that way. I've heard it, and I think they're good matchup, but not necessarily a one-sided one. I don't believe that in the EP anymore. Maybe on Robot on the official patch, yes, but
Like on this this patch's version is definitely more even.
yeah, the civilizations. Wow, I really struggle to get that one out. Civilizations are really close, in my opinion. Even the best civilization against the worst civilization. Uh, there are still things that happen, in my opinion. Florida does start with a free market for both players.
Yeah. And the consulate being dropped, I think that signalizes no, signals, yeah. That signals a standard port ally first.
Yeah, Portuguese consulate, I think, is what we're gonna see if you're dropping it this early. Maybe he'll get the fishing boats. That's a strong choice on this map because they can. It's like 3 fishing boats out of Japanese as their first shipment, and then the consulate boats.
Oh yeah,
Do you
what
really
about
want
the
to send a
idol?
caravel to deal with that? It's not too much. It's not too little. It's a little awkward to deal with no matter what.
Exactly, yeah. It's always taken some effort for the other player to get rid of them.
And they're good shipments too.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty nice, yeah. But he walks past.
Yeah. Also, 100 food behind the Japanese base right over here. That's a really good one to help expedite your age up.
Yeah. But he gets the dog first. Hanamoto Samurai.
Yeah. Interesting choice to pick up the dog. I mean, it will help against these Japanese explorers.
Yeah, I think that treasure once was a 2 dogs with a 3 alligator guards. That got changed.
So it does swing the power of the Discovery Age a little less when it's picked up now.
Yep. But still fairly nice to hunt down the monks.
Oh yeah, hunt down the Japanese monks, or use it to help you gather treasure. That war dog has so much utility to it. And we see those fishing ships coming in.
Fish and chips.
Fishing boats, fishing rafts, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a pun with fish and chips.
Oh,
Mission
I
accomplished.
had fish and chips the other day. It was really good.
Yeah, that's just one of the things I like to eat in the UK.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening. A treasure for... Oh, wood treasure for Brits, that's nice. And the food treasure for Japan, both being picked up.
Japan utilizing that food treasure to click up just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, pretty nice.
And yeah, some pretty standard play, if not old play from DDFantasy. I read recently that the meta these days was to go for like two, not on this map, but to skip the Portuguese consulate and skip Kami and kind of go for two villagers and other plays instead
Yeah.
of this older style. But
I think it is. Even more aggressive against Brits in this particular matchup. Shoot, what?
I'm not too sure. Maybe it's deck choice. Virginia Company did come in for the British player. And there are so many natural resources on the map to use that this is a very good decision, I think, going for Virginia Company.
Yeah,
I think I always see Virginia Company on this map against Japan.
I mean, you're going to send Virginia Company if you think there is no early pressure, and since the British player probably scouted the Portuguese consulate, he was pretty sure there wasn't going to be any aggressive build.
Yes. And let's see here.
Text completed. Let's see. Yeah, the market upgrade slowly trickling in.
Yeah, market upgrades super important in the game.
Oh, and he's
Whenever
right
you
now
skip
waiting for the monks, but they're not there.
Yeah, they're over here. And a forward barracks coming in for the British player.
Yeah, applying the early pressure, at least intending to.
Is he yep, looks like from the distribution of food and wood, I think we're going to see some pikemen out for the British player, and then just continuing his boom.
Yep, probably smart.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's probably the best thing. I think you open up with pikemen, get some shrines down, siege them down, boom with Virginia Company, and then head on to the Fortress Age.
Yeah, and that also forces the Japanese player to actually build some units and kind of disturb his boom. Oh.
Also, that trade post coming in for the British player. DDFantasy's second shipment coming in after Hatamoto Samurai's third shipment, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. Yeah, power of TPs.
Yeah, the trade post really does so much. But we have a barracks up for the Japanese player. I guess we're going to see some Ashigaru actually being in.
Okay, longbows
right now.
made first. Interesting.
Yeah, both players kind of reading each other, I feel. The British player going for the long moment to deal with the Ashigaru, and the Ashigaru, you know, they can actually bully the longbowmen down. Longbowmen do lose in a straight-up fight against musketeer units just due to their low HP and the awkward attack animation. Yeah, look at this.
There we go.
Oh, and actually, spreading the fire between all of these longbowmen, the longbowmen are actually going to do pretty well against these Ash.
Yeah, those Ashley were slow to attack first. Otherwise, they would have done better.
Yeah, the longbowmen got a free volley off right off the bat. So the fight does go pretty well for the British player.
And Ashley even being shipped.
And there we go.
Yeah,
But
I
now
think
the reinforcing longbowmen are kind of pushing away DDFantasy. Other thing to note is that the longbowmen were trained, whereas the Ashi were shipped.
yeah,
So a little bit more value overall for the British player.
quite the overreaction, if I may say so.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Because behind this Virginia, I mean, British is just going for 700 wood, 600 wood Virginia company, whereas DDFantasy sent a military shipment.
Still awkward.
That's yeah, no, it's going to put Hatamoto Samurai way ahead. In my opinion.
But if you're going to use Virginia Company, you would want to make a lot of houses first and kind of pressure with a few pikes and bait some overreaction. But he's actually pressuring while doing VC build.
Yeah, that is interesting. Now that you mention it, kind of doing a little bit of both worlds.
Yeah,
So being less effective in both roles, both the pressure and the boom. Japan is up to 160 shrine pop,
yeah, he's
whereas the
doing
Brits are
way
only
better
at
than Brit with
130.
that.
Yeah, you're right. Um, these
Oops.
longbowmen coming forward, pushing the villagers into the town center and off the mine. Yeah, but now we have a raid coming in from Japan.
Oh, that's nice here. So one villager going not down, okay.
Yep, running away just in time. But now the Japanese base is underneath a lot of pressure from the British.
Oh yeah,
One
and
villager
bill
does
after
go
bill
down.
going down. Wow. Japan going
That's
for the consulate change now, I guess. Oh no, he's still on port. Okay.
yeah. Naginata coming out for the Japanese player. That's
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
against all these longbowmen. But now there's like pikemen and musketeers mixed in as well. And 3 got Naginata not gonna accomplish too much by themselves, unless Hatamoto Samurai overextends into the Japanese base.
I guess he got some bills in the Brit base.
Yeah, if we look at the units lost tab,
No,
actually,
not even one.
yeah, not a single villager, but the longbowman did kind of lose to that Ashigaru raid.
Yep.
I think he dispatched like 5 longbowmen and they lost to the amount of Ashi. Not to mention, what doesn't show up on this tab is the idle TC time, idle villager time, if you will.
Yeah, that would be nice to have at some point.
Yeah. So it
And
would be
pardon my
interesting to see that
colloquialisms.
statistic. I'm sorry. Yeah. These Naginata will find this villager, which is a good pickup as well. And an important one, given that, as you pointed out earlier, the Virginia Company boom was not a complete one, but it was kind of like a half and half.
Yeah, he could really complete it now. I think he's doing that as we speak. Not really, actually. Build more houses.
Yeah, he can certainly afford to do so. He has the wood line. But the other thing to note is that these shrines are actually on top of like the Brits' next hunts,
Yeah,
and
well,
this one is being raided.
that's safer anyways.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, and Jap actually probably going for some counter, or he's just saving the army. I thought he's going to for some counter push or something.
I'm sorry, going for a what now push?
A counter push.
Oh, counter. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
demon go time for him, or just scaring off?
I think he's just posturing a little bit and making it a little bit more awkward for the consulate to be sieged down.
Yeah, but the consulate is really so bulky.
Yeah. Because there are so many units for the British player right now.
The military unit population is actually quite similar.
True.
I guess
The
it's because of
consulate
the
does
Minutemen.
go down. And now at this point, is this go time? Because the Naginata are being set up flank right now.
Yeah,
And
most
with the
likely.
Minutemen pop and maybe a shipment pop as well.
But he drag box again, and oh, okay.
I want to be careful with the drag box, but these Naginata, I think they're going to get a snare off.
It will be
The
enough.
unit composition from Let's see. The Naginata do connect with the longbowmen, start wailing away at them.
Please let the picky fight.
Yeah, the picky need to fight the Naginata. And they finally do. Of course, the Japanese infantry start working away at the pikemen.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Japan actually can take this, but
I
they
feel
both,
like they can't quite, because the longbowmen, if they really stand and fight, they're going to do quite a number. There's not a ton of cavalry for the Japanese player here.
yeah.
You cavalry need like a certain critical mass in order to be effective against ranged infantry, and whereas he might be there, he is only just barely there.
Meanwhile, the British player has resorted to a change of units.
Going
Adding
for the
in some
Hussar
Huss.
now,
Yep.
getting a 3-unit composition,
Oh,
really strong play.
fight coming.
Pikemen coming, and now these Naginata again going to not quite engaging.
Yeah, harsh. It's a tough call to make.
It truly is. I feel like this is a brittle situation for both players, but especially the Japanese player. But everything's even though. The recalculated population and the military population are very, very close. 5 Hussar joining the fray now, and they will do pretty well against the Nagi.
It almost looks like the British player wants to age up now.
Yeah. And of course, the interesting thing, the good thing I want to say for the British player is that he can queue up units in all his military buildings, immediately get them out if he needs them.
Yeah, exactly. And
Or
he sees the Japanese player wants to push out, so age up not being done. Units in queue.
and now this is such a good position for the British player because the longbowmen are just fighting and the Naginata just running around doing all that much.
Yeah, the trees are doing their job also well, shielding one side.
Some pikemen do go down, and of course the Japanese also getting some work done, but the Naginata numbers are falling now. 5 Hussar.
Yeah, this is hard. This is really hard. Although...
A few pikemen left over to deal with the remaining Japanese cavalry. Now the Hussar connect with the Japanese infantry. And more Hussar coming in. 4 Hussar.
Oh, he's got 2 stables actually. Oh wow.
This is a lot of units coming out for the British player as of right now. A lot of flexibility here. And now that these Hussar have the snare on the Japanese units, this is going to be really tough for the Japanese player. He has to kite and go back and minimize his losses.
Yeah, so probably nothing game deciding as of now, but I think slightly better trade for Brit.
Yeah, absolutely. I would give the advantage to the player at this point. Just because the Japanese army is lesser now, it's 32. Well, actually, they're still pretty close. But I want to give Brits with their hunts and map control like an advantage right now, a tempo advantage. They can either make more units or go up to the next stage. The decision is theirs.
Yeah. Probably should start sieging shrines on the map.
Absolutely. Get some pikemen out to start wailing away those. That would be very helpful, I think.
Like 5 won't hurt or something. They're just gonna be dispatched there and maybe force some units of the Jap player away. But another fight now.
Yep.
Yeah, Japan sees he can't take this.
He kind of goes back away, and again, difficult situation for the Japanese player because the Brits at this point are just slightly ahead in all respects. And what Samurai is most likely going to be aiming to do is to deepen the gap in his favor, widen the gap, so to speak, in his favor.
Yep. It really evened up again.
All it takes is for an overextension on either side, and this
Possibly
game can
now,
be turned
yeah.
around.
Nope, he's careful.
The pikemen coming forward. Now the Japanese infantry. They're both just posturing so carefully. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose this. They're really careful. 3 Husk getting caught.
That's pretty good for Japan. If that's a boon that they need right now, kind of come back into this, um, and even things out. Hustler does go down, and now it's
So many picky.
so many pikemen. No, completely correct. These Naginata are going to have trouble being effective when this many pikemen are out. But now the Japanese
Oh
just come
wow.
forward.
I don't know how this will go.
I truly don't. The picky are in melee, and they are, you know, facing off with the Hustler. So I feel like
Oh, 5 Yumi. Nice.
5 Yumi coming out. I think in this war of attrition, just because Japan is so much closer to their base, things might work out in favor of Japan, but only just barely. These Hustler numbers are slowly getting whittled down by the
Yeah,
Yumi.
this is won by Japan, this fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely it is. 5 Ashy coming out of that barracks, defender's advantage going
Wow.
into the Japanese player. And now that the dust is settled, Japan comes out on top of in that exchange.
Yeah, and now actually the British player gets the disadvantage of not sieging the shrines earlier. The safe food runs out slowly.
Completely correct. You are entirely right to point that out. This hunt is being worked on, but it's only 3 turkey left.
It's going down.
Oh, and these villagers getting pushed off that mine. Japan, with the military momentum on their side.
Definitely. And Japan sees those.
That's excellent for Japan. DDFantasy is making a really strong move here by taking out these villagers and pushing them off that turkey. Lots of longbowmen left over. DDFantasy wisely just pulling back and retaining his military advantage by not taking that fight until reinforcements come in.
Wow, that's still so close.
If we see some more, yeah. Is the consulate is once more built, and the Japanese alliance or isolation, I should say, is being set up in there.
Oh yeah.
So some Yamabushi clubmen would really help out here, I think.
Totally.
With the Hustler.
I think it gets to the point where Jap feels most comfortable with.
Yeah. Naginata coming forward. The Hustler do engage the Naginata, but now the Japanese they're going to join the fray. I don't know. That's
oh wow,
quite
yeah. Oh damn, more longbows. Wow, okay, that's a sizable army.
Bearing in mind that these longbow actual higher damage output than many other units because they fire at 1.5 per second instead of 3 every 1 shot every 3 seconds.
Okay, yeah, talking is hard sometimes.
It can be.
Yeah.
And I think Japan is trying to force the issue once again. But
Yeah.
there's just so many longbowmen, and there's not enough Naginata that there's not that critical mass of cavalry to deal with these longbowmen. So despite that trade going for Japan earlier on, somehow the British have, amassed another army again that's going to be difficult for Japan to deal with.
However, if you look at the macro, especially of the British player, if he loses this army, he probably can't reproduce anything. A mill coming down instead of sieging the hunts. The shrines.
Yeah, that mill transition can actually hurt the British player, as you pointed out. So the game is definitely not decided yet. If we can get a little bit more cavalry on the field.
Wow, okay, see. This was what the wood was for.
Absolutely. Going for a fish boom now. And does Japan have... Japan has the Fune shipment that they can send to help deal with this.
Yeah.
So he should probably get going on that.
I don't quite understand why he takes the measure to flee to the sea rather than sieging the shrines. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
Hadamoto
high
Samurai coming
picking.
forward with the longbowman, and these Naginata need to get out of there. The Husk there, because at this point the Japanese army is...
Well,
Oh, well, maybe I spoke too soon. These Ashigaru are anti-cav, so they will help out in this fight.
the clubman now. Yep,
Oh.
this is... The pickies need to be there now.
Yeah, but they do come. They actually arrive with perfect timing to help deal with this Naginata flank.
This
The
will
Hussar are now
probably
melted.
be the... Yep.
And now these longbowmen do not have a meat shield in front of them to help cover for them. The picky go to cover mode, and some reinforcing Hussar come in.
Yeah, and smartly running into the longbow with the Ashi.
Yeah, but now at this point, I think Japan takes this fight. They have managed to stack their upgrades on both the attack upgrades on the Ashi and the Yumi.
Yep.
And the longbowmen have been really decimated at this point. I think we're starting to see a true comeback from the Japanese player.
I think he was never really behind.
Oh yeah, if only slightly behind, but now he's taken the initiative and the advantage again. Because as you pointed out, now it's a mill switch and these shrines are uncontested.
Yes, it's a weird decision to rather invest in mills than 10 pickies sieging.
And I think that's what's going to potentially loosen the game. Villagers going down to these Yumi archers. Yumi are finding value, just poking away at the British assets. These Hussar come forward, but I don't think it's enough to scare off the Japanese army.
Yeah, this is not how you beat Jap. You need to constantly destroy the shrines.
To be noted, though, that Heavenly Kami was never seen by the Japanese player.
Oh, true. I didn't see that. Oh, okay, yeah, 3 boats, yeah, so, well.
But now, you know, the British army is really, truthfully, on the back foot at this point. You know, they can't straight up engage the Japanese army, and Japan is taking advantage of this. Bless you.
Thanks, again.
Yeah, of course. 6 Naginata coming in. They can raid these villagers. They can connect with this fight. And this is looking very, very dicey right now for the British player.
Yeah, I can't really see the comeback from the British player.
Yumi coming forward, attacking the longbowman.
I'm going to be so as cocky as to already set it on 3-2.
If you jinx it, this will be funny, but
Yeah.
I would not disagree with that. Some Hussar coming out, though, and...
There's so much stuff following, though.
Yeah.
And the British lost, like, 20 builds or something? No, 32.
Yeah. So many villagers going down for the British player, and despite the Hussar coming out of the stable, the Japanese army remains damaged, but mostly intact. Some reinforcing Ashigaru coming in now.
Yeah, and now even... I thought he was going for this mine, but no. Yeah, I shouldn't be so cocky and already jinx it, but...
Yeah, but now these villagers are
right.
going down as well. Look at
Possibly
that. Yeah,
right.
no. Some reinforcing Hussar are coming in. Japan is fighting the military buildings of the British player.
Yeah, okay, let's not do it, but... And now the Funes are there.
Yep.
Funes, Funa, I don't know.
Fune? I don't know.
I think
But
Fune.
regardless, they will be curtailing the,
Yeah, there
the
we
fish
go.
bowman. Samurai taps
yeah.
out. So you should have stuck to your guns on that one.
Yeah.
Or not.
As a mediocre player of both civilizations, of course I knew that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see Hadamoto coming back from this game after that big fight underneath the underneath the town center. I mean, it was even at that point, slanted in the Japanese, players' favor. But at the same time, as you pointed out, these shrines were uncontested throughout the entirety of the game, and then that mill transition really slowed down the British war machine to the point where they could take, where
Yeah,
Japan could take the game.
you were actually able to slightly see it. The economic what's it called? The all resources gathered graph.
Yeah.
It slowly evened out at the top. There was
Yep.
probably the mill switch.
Yep. Just tapers off right there. And let's see. And if we look at the food graph, that kind of says it too.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's a huge dip. No, not a dip, but even out.
Completely.
So that was
And
a
another thing,
prolonged age 2. Interesting.
yeah, it was colonial versus colonial. We got to see almost every colonial unit made. We got to see some action on the sea. To be noted is that neither player went for the Seminole ship trade post.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that would be pretty good for both.
yeah, but could I don't know if that either of them could really afford to do so at any point in the game, just because it was so action packed, like throughout. And I guess another thing to point out is that the Japanese mechanic of being able to send a shipment twice really helped out in this prolonged colonial war, because the British ran out of shipments to send. Actually, no, they didn't. Wait, I'm confused.
Meanwhile, in the lobby, DDFantasy
Uh,
locks China.
oh, let me get out of the game.
Yeah. So the Chinese.
Very strong pick.
Yeah,
China has
but
been one of the stronger, I think, civilizations. Not overpowered, but one of the stronger picks, I think, these days.
yeah, but I guess Hanamoto can still choose the British, and they're doing pretty well against China, in my opinion.
Yeah, there are many civilizations that can deal with China. I don't know if the Dutch are part of Samurai's civ pool.
Ja. Bist du bereit?
I think he's talking about lag.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, but probably since he's most likely forced to play on VPN or something from China, and it gets a bit slowed down.
Yes. Talking to the chat real quick, it does look like things are okay as well. A little bit laggy, a little bit of frames being saved, but nothing bad, nothing critically
Okay.
horrible. So
All right.
push forward we do. The show must go on.
Yeah, on 3-2 currently. Who will get the bronze medal?
Despite that loss in that last game, I think Hatamoto Samurai is going to is somewhat favored.
Yeah.
Then again, like this could go either way. DDFantasy is showing a lot of really good gameplay and good, excellent, smart decisions being made out of DDFantasy. I think.
A pretty resilient last game. He kind of got into the position where he was forced to defend and not overcommit himself. See how this goes. Japan against China. Pretty interesting matchup.
And of course, it should be said that this was a wood start, which is going to help out the Chinese player quite a bit because they will be able to get their trade post up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Consulate going down for Japan. So I think we're going to see. Of course, the roles are reversed this time. It is Samurai who is playing the Japanese, but I think we're going to see another Excuse me, we're going to see another shrine boom out of the Japanese player.
That could be. Yeah, Portuguese consulate probably being the choice for Hanamoto Samurai.
And Samurai is starting to work on this 135 experience treasure,
Huh, that's
trying to
pretty
get
nice.
his next in as quickly as possible. Oh, but I really like this as well. DDFantasy is currently working on the Iroquois Tomahawk treasure.
Oh yeah, that one is really annoying.
Yeah. I mean, if the Tomahawk can find like this monk that is at half HP and really harass him, despite being at 50% against, attack against monks, it could still do something.
Yeah, and possibly even later on. Just one more scout to look for the monks.
So fairly even age one right players. It looks like the Japanese player is currently working on 70 food as well, which will expedite their age up.
Oh, I could actually see Hanamoto Samurai going for some 300 wood. He likes that. And yeah, here we go.
Interesting. And what does he do with that wood? Does he put down some shrines or is he aggressive?
Probably shrines, yeah. And from the XP he gets from the shrines, he will set another one.
That makes sense. It was really interesting last game how Heavenly Kami was sent by the Japanese player, and the economy still was really good for Japan.
Yeah, but you usually don't go for the Kami if you go 3 boats first.
Yeah.
You can't afford another shipment in age 1. Well, let's see. Okay, so it is a TP, actually.
I don't disagree with this at all. I think a TP is a very solid investment, no matter the situation. Maybe if there are a few, outlying situations where you don't want to get the TP. Maybe you're Dutch and you want to get the bank up instead or something like that. But the trade post is almost always a solid, choice, especially this early on into the game.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think Hanamoto Samurai decided for the 300 wood when he got the XP treasure.
Yeah, that's
Because
definitely
now
true. Yeah,
Kami's
because
following.
yep, you're right. He gets it an extra shipment, gets the trade post, gets another, and that allows him to, propel himself forward by getting with some rocket boosters, getting another shipment.
Yeah, and also preemptively take a TP in case China wants to go for a stagecoach or something.
Yep.
Not
China
that
is
that
now
would
working
happen,
on
but
villager treasure. I'm sorry, you were saying?
probably unlikely that China would go for a TP line thing, but it's still nice
I
to
don't.
have.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think so on this map, but we did see that TP line being taken by the Chinese player
Oh
on New
wait, is
England.
that the Monk Wonder?
Oh, this is interesting. I
I
think it
think
is.
so. Yeah, it's the I forgot what it's
Or,
called.
or is it the tower? Hold on.
Could be both,
No, it's
really.
the porcelain tower.
Yeah, okay.
A little colonial factory right there.
So that's interesting. Is he going for an FI or something?
I am completely unaware. If we look at the distribution, it looks like all the village food, and we have 200 coin in the bank. So this is, I think, yeah, I think it's a sort
Yeah.
of, at the very least, fast fortress, possibly FI.
Yeah, because you usually, if you're going for an FI, you want to age with the academy, granting you 1,000 food to age 3. That will possibly make it faster for you to get to the industrial age.
Yeah, and he knows he's not going to have a lot of pressure from the Japanese player because Japan is. It's not that they can't rush, but traditionally they are one of the slower civilizations.
Yeah. And DDFantasy's deck actually reflects his plan, possibly, of age 4
Yeah.
shipments.
High value, age 4 shipments. We have the shields, the Great Migration. Some iron troops and Manchus are also relevant shipments. This, in the industrial age, and a 1,000 coin might be used to be a stepping stone for that fast industrial.
So the coin coming in, yeah. So this is, I would say, possibly a fast industrial, yeah. Let's see what Japan does, because if Japan scouts the fast industrial, which we might, it's not 100% sign that China is going to FI, going with a tower to H2. If he follows up with an FI on his own, with all the eco he's going to gather now through shrining and TP, it could be more powerful than the Chinese one.
I actually saw a game on stream the other day that was fast industrial Japan versus fast industrial China.
Oh, all right. So
that
I was wrong.
What do you mean?
I've been wrong. The Crow Wonder he's going up with, so it's just fortress play with a tower in H2.
I would assume so, but what wonder would you build? Industrial, the Summer Palace.
Yeah, because it grants you 1,000 food.
Oh, 1,000 food.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
That's the plan if you go for those kind of strats. But I guess he just wanted to have the trickle of the porcelain tower and a fast military aggression in H3.
Yep. Oh, that hunt goes backwards. That's
so many.
Japan is just going for a full-on shrine boom. 600 wood, and then the 4 villager shipment is being put down as well. The market upgrades are being stacked up. Imperial bureaucracy has been researched for the Japanese player, so
That's
the economy out of China, out of Japan, is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, 12 villagers ahead already, recalculated. Yeah, so this was actually pretty standard China play, except for the wonder choice. Alright. So meanwhile, I'm gonna entertain you guys. Japan also going for the AJAP soon. Assuming China will go for a really fast aggression here. Even the forward village. A village. My talking is getting sloppy. But bear with me. Yeah, he's really going for the insanely fast aggression against Jap's eco strat. And it's a pretty good choice, if I may say so.
Yeah. Japan is on to the next stage themselves without having made a unit, so the economy is going to be pretty good, but aggro China, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Consulate market village being put down back of the Chinese.
Intervention now. Alright. The units will come in as soon as the allies with the British, probably.
Absolutely. That's one of the nice things I like about the intervention is that you can kind of choose when it appears on the field.
Yeah.
It's not like an amazing utility thing, but I guess it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I really like to use it for trapping purposes. Since I will usually pop it from a village when the opponent is too foreign.
Yes.
But oh well. Let's talk about those players rather. They are better anyways.
They are
Oh,
good,
wow.
but we are. Yeah, some meteor hammers coming in for the player, as well as a batch out of the War Academy. So a lot of cavalry for the Japanese player to deal with for the time being. And
Walls coming
some
up.
panic walls are being thrown up right now. But these meteor hammers are just going to come in.
Oh, and
if they
it's a
connect with the
Yumi
Yumi?
army. Oh, wow.
Oh, going for villagers instead. Why? I don't disagree with that, but Minutemen being called, sentries, and
That
regulars.
won't be enough, I fear. If those
it
meteor
will not.
hammers connect with the Yumi, this could be over pretty soon. And the Monk too.
Yep. A lot of Chinese cavalry going down, but still so many on the field, and they can just bully these Yumi. taking out the Japanese army before it gets grouped up is going to be very strong for DDFantasy. More cavalry coming in now.
Yeah, it turns out this was the correct strategy. Well,
It completely blindsided Hadamoto Samurai. The Yumi count, they didn't get upgraded to discipled, but not enough. Naginata coming in for
yeah, but
the Japanese player, but these Redcoat Musketeers are going to deal with that pretty easily.
yeah. Wow. Okay, so that's how you play this matchup with China. Good to know.
I'm sure that Japan can come up with an answer to this one, but this was not this was the correct counterplay for DDFantasy.
Yeah, although I guess you could also make a case for Japan being overly focused on Yumis.
Absolutely. Had we seen another kind of unit on the field for Japan, maybe some Garu,
Yeah, now
this
Nagis,
would not have been as effective. But to be fair, now that the dust has settled, uh, I don't think Japan is in that bad of a spot either,
yeah,
because
but the
they are now stable.
economic population also in favor of China now.
Yes. Though, let's see, China, the market upgrades for Japan are much better than the Chinese. So that may come into play a little bit later. For the time being, look at the amount of Yumi that are right back on the field, though.
Yeah, now China can't take this right now.
So more cavalry do need to join the fray.
Yeah, but let's be honest. If he just continues to train the Cav army, he can just slam it in there.
He can absolutely do that. If we look at units in queue,
Sending the Changdao was probably not as smart there.
yeah, against all these Yumi archers, I think that's maybe not the shipment you want to use.
Now
10 arquebusiers coming in.
villages for Japan.
What Japan really needs is more cavalry, believe it.
Yeah, in general, more stuff. I think against China, you would probably want to go Yumi Ashi and just slowly win within your base. Yeah, I guess
A
that's
lot of
great.
infantry units on the field for China. This might be go time if he gets another batch of cavalry out, and I think he will. Because Japan is kind of exposed with his Yumi out here, and only 5 Naginata as any form of anti-cavalry.
Yeah, he shouldn't push out, to be honest. Just sit back.
But he is, and I don't agree with this decision for the Japanese player.
Yeah, that's going to be
More
painful.
cavalry coming in for China, he can really get the snare in.
Yep.
Sure, there's
Please.
Naginata coming in, but the Qingdao are going to deal with that really efficiently.
Oh, the same mistake again. Wow.
This is brutal right now.
It's the same mistake all over.
Yep. Qingdao perfectly connecting with the Nagi.
Please don't attack them. Sorry.
And Japan being forced back into the Chinese army has done so much work and
so
taking
awkward.
very little losses right now. He's just slamming it in there perfectly.
Yeah, now finally. That looked so awkward just now.
Even if like a unit shipment comes in for the Japanese player, which I don't think we will, GG is called. The series is tied up 3-3.
Insane. So this is the exact counter strat by China. Perfect answer to the huge economic agenda Hadamoto Samurai was following.
Yeah, the timing, the aggressive timing hit by DDFantasy in this match, immaculate. He hit it right at the right time, had the perfect units deal with the Yumi, and his own economy was pretty good behind it also.
Yeah, most apparent. It was just because of he slaughtered more than 10 villages of the Japanese player.
I mean, yes, that helps. getting those big raids in is going to so much.
So that was interesting. We go into a final game, a what's it called? A
Match
break?
point.
A break? A match point. Okay, yeah. I was thinking in tennis terms. Okay.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
tennis.
Yeah. As soon as I am at loss of words, I'm resorting to some sports terminology.
Hey, that's very fair. This is
Yeah.
not unlike a sport in the slightest.
This is definitely a sport.
So match point now. Whoever picks this game will take the seat and take home the bronze medal.
Yeah. Actually, ESOC should send them an actual bronze medal.
We can't afford gold or silver, but a bronze medal might be easy
Yeah,
to.
or just some copper or something.
Yeah.
Is copper more
Russia.
affordable? Yeah, Russia is a good pick for this map. Can easily choke off all the map access.
Oh wow. He goes for
Interesting.
Japan again.
It's not the worst decision, to be honest. It's
Yeah, I don't disagree with it either. Yumi are very good units against anything that Russia has that is not a Cossack. And of course, if you position the Yumi well enough, the Cossack won't quite be able to connect. I don't know. It's an interesting matchup for sure. I don't want to say that Russia is not favored either.
yeah, a lot will depend on scouting because I think the usual procedure is Russia being aggressive and opening with turrets. So it will depend on if Hanamoto tries to maybe cheese something into food start. What? Apparently it's
Uh,
I guess it's possible. I don't think it's
yeah.
something out of the ordinary. It's 200 wood and food, yes.
A little bit of confusion right there on the starting crates.
Yeah. Yes, you are. No, we are right. We are the casters. We are the ESOC pawns. We are right.
We are always correct.
Yes.
And they must respect us because we are the pawns and they are less than the pawns. They are
Exactly. Respect our authority.
the players here are the sheep. A lot of disrespect. They do not deserve any respect whatsoever.
Yeah. The sheeples. Wake up, sheeples.
No, don't wake up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Brown Boy doesn't want them to wake up.
A worthy opening dialogue from us.
Absolutely.
Russia
In this
finding
last game of the series.
Russia finding a 90 wood, but decides not to. Oh, there's Honcho. Okay, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honcho, the pet grizzly, the source of a lot of attention from the community just because of its strength as a unit. Not quite a hussar, but close to it, and completely upending the balance of power in Discovery Age is what that shipment does. Is what that bear does. Excuse me.
Yeah. He basically one shots a wolf in Colonial, I think.
Yeah.
It's insane. And you can basically just walk around with your explorer while Honcho gets all the guardians dead.
Yeah, very powerful. Looks like DDFantasy is
Oh,
immediately
yeah.
going to start like contesting this
Please,
ninth
please
food.
don't show it.
Hanamoto Samurai just backs off.
Yeah, and he probably won't be fast enough to get the treasure now. If blue just goes back with Honcho, he will get the treasure.
He does. But I think blue is more interested in
Getting the
You know-
monks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just go back and take the treasure.
Japan at this point needs to just circle back towards the north and unfortunately just give up these treasures, I think. Because
Yeah.
now DDFantasy picks up the 90
That's how
coin
fast
and-
Honcho gets them down.
Yeah,
I couldn't
know.
even I couldn't even look as fast.
You look 1 second and the wolf is gone in the next. It's
Like what the hell?
Honcho is not to be messed with. That's interesting. DDFantasy does not circle back to the 90 wood treasure and instead goes north.
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk the monks getting caught by either Honcho or the explorer. Huh.
And there we go.
Why doesn't DD
Look at that.
I guess he gets more
Honcho-
Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Pokemon, as our good friend Harris likes to describe it.
Yeah,
Nutka Clubman on the field. This is a good pickup, I think, from Russia.
yeah, pretty awesome.
If I'm
And-
playing against Russia, I do enjoy getting these native treasures just to help siege down that initial blockhouse and get it to low HP.
so
Just look at
there's
Honcho tearing through all
300,
this stuff.
300 wood for Japan. Yet again.
300 wood. Oh yeah. Oh, the shipment. I thought there was
Yeah.
a 300 wood treasure, and I was very confused for a second. There.
Oh no, yeah, that's badly phrased.
No. It's my brain that is badly functioning right now.
Brains are good.
They are good, but not mine.
Yeah. So Honcho probably on the voyage to find the monks.
Yeah. This bear is very intolerant towards other cultures, I think.
Yeah.
And
No, I
wolves as
won't do
well.
any Russian jokes now. Okay. Okay, I'll just not do it. The Nutka scouting.
And look at this forward barracks from, forward blockhouse out of the Russian player. Japan is going to have to. Look, you can put the town center and the block within a screenshot of each other. That's how aggressive this
Yep.
placement is.
And Honcho helping to get another Pokemon.
Yep, Buck the Tame Wolf is now in the field.
Oh, those pets alone could really hunt down the monks, to be honest.
That is a good purpose that they can serve.
While the Nutka at the same time tracks down on those shrines already up.
Yeah, where is he?
He's at the blockhouse.
Yeah.
Interesting
I
choice
think,
of wonder.
Oh, Twigget. That is an interesting choice, actually. 1.5 extra experience points per unit killed, and a samurai as well as a military rickshaw. So either stables or a barracks.
Oh
Going
wow,
in
that's
immediately.
an early second blockhouse. I think DDFantasy recognized Japan is doing a counter-aggressive build.
That's really interesting. No, you're completely correct. 5 musketeers on the field for the Russian player.
Oh, that's insane! Like Hanamoto Samurai is doing exactly what I thought Japan would or should do, since the standard opening for Russia is Strelets. But DDFantasy reacted already to this, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he quite scouted the stable. The stable.
He just
for
assumed
Japan.
it.
Yeah, he assumed it. That's
Yeah.
my take on it as well. He kind of figured, okay, Japan's going to open up with some cavalry to counteract my rush, so I'm just going to make some musketeers, and I think he skipped the Cossacks too.
Yeah. That's pretty nice, to be honest. That's really good. Building the second blockhouse already to come to destroy any rush from Japan, any counter rush. Wow.
Yeah. So now we're at an awkward point where both players are like playing aggressively and defensively, and I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but we have we have aggressive builds with early stables and early blockhouses out of both players, but neither of them are really going to engage because they're expecting the other player to make the first move, so to speak.
Yeah, 5 Ashies twice with 5 Nagis. This is go time technically for Japan. And
Yep.
if he catches the army outside of the blockhouses, then he
And
might
he will
actually
do
have a
that
chance.
because look at that. The Russian player is going for the shrine that is way out over here, so he's not protecting the blockhouse. The Naginata are going to snare. The samurai is going to do quite well against the Cossacks as well.
I
And
think
these
he will get. No, he won't get out in time. Nice.
no, he won't. I think he gets a snare.
So in the end, Hanamoto getting a really nice catch there.
Yeah, that
Honcho
was
trying to
really good
stall.
play.
Honcho going down.
Yeah, and at this point, like, oh, he backs away. I don't know if I agree. Could have advantage and cleaned up all these musketeers. I feel like I could be misjudging that one.
Yeah, I guess he was
But
scared of more reinforcements from the blockhouse. I don't
yeah,
think he scouted the second one though.
I don't think he scouted either the second blockhouse or the stable.
Yeah,
And at this point, we have like a lot of Ashigaru. They're a unit that are going to do really well. These musketeers that are a very weak musketeer unit, possibly the worst in the game before upgrades.
yeah.
And these Cossack are not going to accomplish all that much against what Japan has on the field.
I don't think so actually. Those actually aren't as good as against Cav early on.
10.3. I suppose so.
It's not as many.
I guess what I would say is that the Naginata do better against the Musketeers than the Cossacks do against the Ashigaru.
I guess,
Though,
yeah.
admittedly, Ashigaru are not exactly very good Musketeer units either before upgrades, which is what they are right now.
Yeah. So we're now in this awkward situation where Japan intended to catch a Russian rush with Strelets and sacrifice a lot of possible eco, and Russia isn't overcommitting. He's going for an eco heavy, or at least more slow-paced attempt.
Russia has steel traps at this point, which is pretty big. It's going to give him a sizable advantage when hunting, which is mostly what he is doing, hunting plus the 700 coin crates. And the Russian mass is going to get pretty big here, and possibly bigger than what Japan can realistically deal with, I feel.
Yep. Japan are desperately trying to get up the infrastructure he would have had if he went for a more economic-based style.
Yep.
Rex
No
and a consulate.
shrines, no villager shipments, no market upgrades out of Japan. Japan is on a timer, and Russia is getting their mass up. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when these two armies actually kind of fight, but so far,
Yeah, Russia is just way more cost-effective.
those Yumi do get some musketeers getting picked off here, but Japan is really running away from this fight. Does not want to commit. Hopefully, Japan is banking on an overextension from Russia and maybe fighting with the defender's advantage, but gonna be tough. This is gonna be close.
Okay, now he's wasting some units, the Russian player.
Yeah, his Cossacks going down for free. Truthfully helping out.
Yeah, going for a
the
Wololo.
Japanese cause. Strelitz joining the fray as of right now. Strelitz, of course, very cost efficient against all these Japanese infantry units, but not cost efficient against the Naginata.
Yeah, there's not even more shrines or something. He's really wanting to go in a military unit fight against Russia. I don't know if that's a smart decision.
We'll have to see how it pans out because he is all in on this military army. The Yumi is still picking up some musketeers, so many of them.
Yeah.
And now,
call the Minutemen, Japan. Call the Minutemen, please.
Yep. These Ashigaru are right on top of the Cossacks. Helpful. The Naginata getting some surface area, but is it enough against all these
goes well,
musketeers?
at least. Actually, it goes pretty well for Japan. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just barely enough Naginata to get over that point of critical cavalry mass. And now
Russia
the Russians
overextends
are
yet again.
Yes.
I mean, DDFantasy, not Russia, but yeah.
Yeah. Using the pull trick to get out of their very strong position from Japan at this point.
Yeah, get
Getting
in between the blockhouses. That's the only thing he can do now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's painful. Like, he didn't even have to do something.
But he did go ahead and do 4 Cossacks joining the fray. But again, the Russian army is on the back, but they're retreating towards the back, fighting underneath these blockhouses now. These Yumis are positioned in a way that they're kind of tucked away, which is good for them. 3 Naginata joining the fight.
Yeah,
I think
possibly.
Japan
Yeah.
is stable now. 600 wood on the field back in base. Not being picked up just because Hadamoto Samurai is so focused on this fight at hand, as he should be.
Yeah, he was so
Blockhouse goes
focused
down.
on winning that fight, even if he didn't have to. And nothing better could have happened for Japan.
Yeah, Japan is really in a stable position once more, and he's putting down more shrines here. Finally putting down a market, and I think he's going to start working on the upgrades.
Yep.
So things are looking up for the Japanese player.
And Russia again being too much in the front already. Okay, now he goes back. No, he pushes. What? I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's just kind of moving his units.
Yeah.
Russia is kind of thinking on the spot here. Okay, what do I go for?
Ooh, fencing school. All right.
Oh, pardon the language. I would prefer to see boyars or something else at this point. Maybe a crate shipment. But no fencing school, actually.
That's weird.
I think he's trying to get out enough musketeers to deal with it. Is my train of thought, but don't quote me on that.
No, it's actually quite correct. Japan continues to follow the H2 style. So getting a lot of units out to beat the Jap army will be top priority. In that sense, fencing school might be good.
Absolutely. Daimyo joining the fight now.
Yeah, but you have to fight now. You can't sack the blockhouse.
Yeah. But Japan not pushing the issue, interestingly enough. What does Japan do at this point? Do they push this middle part of the map with their military advantage, or do they just go on to the next stage or something?
I guess Ashi raids would be a good idea.
Yeah, they would do really well here.
Yeah, like at this point you have to disturb the Russian player while also continuing to rack up more army. You can't really age, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't either at this point.
Yeah.
You have a military advantage. You're getting back. You're getting your economy running. You're putting down shrines. Just exploit your military advantage and clean up the Russian army. You're in a position to right now. But he's not doing that.
But he's scouting some possible raiding targets on the left side. Yeah, Russia can't take this. He can't fight outside of his front base.
I will say this, though, something that Russia has going for them is that they are gathering from both this hunt and that hunt pretty freely. But that's not going to matter against Yumi and Ashi.
Yeah, Russia, you can't fight this there. No, you shouldn't. Don't.
But pushing the issue nonetheless.
Cover mode, there is a bushy maybe. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I think this might go really poorly for the Russian player. Again, pushing, maybe he needed to now, but earlier he already got that lesson to not be out in the open.
Yes, but too little too late at this point.
Boyar's also too late.
Boyar's coming in when there are less than no more Cossacks, unfortunately. And the Japanese infantry is free to sail away at these Rescuteers, and you know, military unit population stats kind of says everything about the game at this point. I think this is going to be GG here pretty quickly.
Yeah, if Russia can't pull off a miracle, And they certainly are a civ that's known for being able to, but nope, this time not.
And Hatamoto Samurai does pick up the bronze medal by defeating DDFantasy 4-2-3. That was a great series.